Jake, start it. Whose ever phone that was kind of ruined the vibe of the whole thing we got going on.
You can't fucking start it late and then mute all of us at the same time.
Whoever's like phone ping that was.
Give me a break, guys. I'm trying to do this for the first time in another part of the world audience. So, cut me some slack already.
I just realized
we'll go to a little bit.
I didn't let myself in. My bad. I was here. I was here for a little bit, and then I was uploading pictures. I forgot.
We know you were here. We saw you typing.
Right. Well, but I was like watching the intro, and then I started saying stuff, and then I thought also was talking to me. I was like, I didn't mute everybody, and then I realized I wasn't even here. I was like, oh.
But for the opening, we'll start off like this because I forgot to say I was going to say it.
Yo, talk to me.
Because I don't think we are talking about the Ben 10 today, are we? We're not, right?
We can say that for next week. I get now.
No. I'm just going to bring it up now. We can bring up like the art and stuff, but we had our first look at Ben 10, the comic, which is described as ultimate or absolute Ben 10.
Absolute
and the aliens are freaky as fuck, bro.
It's absolute Tennyson, everybody.
Wow. Okay.
Yo, wait till the Kevin Ethan 11 arc, okay? Absolute Kevin, he's gonna be smoking pot, bro. He's gonna be on that. He's gonna be on them drugs, bro.
Oh yeah.
The worst part of the all the aliens got redesigns. Kind of look the same except for his eyes.
Are they good? Are they good redesigns or bad redesigns?
Well,
they're decent. They're decent.
Okay.
Some of them are improved. Some of them a little bit worse. Accelerate looks like he's wearing a xenomorph as a skin.
Okay.
Because Ben Solo's the xenomorph universe, bro.
Gray matter kind of just has like a stereotypical alien type head now, where you see like the brain because he's supposed to be smart, see the brain thing in his head, like the design. Yeah. The rest of them kind of look like how you expect, to be honest.
Okay.
How old does Ben have to be competent enough to beat a xenomorph?
Definitely not 10.
He did it 10 with the thing. Depending on which alien he is.
I'm asking, do you think he's smart? It's crazy. I think he's more tactical as a kid than he is in when he after Ultimate Alien onwards. To be honest,
I wouldn't fucking know because I never watched Ben 10.
No, it's just the way he uses his powers as a 10-year-old is way more creative than when he's Ultimate Alien onward. After.
Yeah, have you ever met a child before? They're some of the most creative people I've ever met.
I know. It's just you think that you would have a boost. You think he'd be better as an older person.
I want to see Ben 10 transform into a facehugger and see how that works.
You want to have another child?
Is that the first time he has a child as an alien?
I know. You want to have another one?
Could he do the facehugger? Well, I don't know.
He technically he can, but he will die.
Yeah, he can't be the.
He's going to be the alien while it does that, and he doesn't time out before he dies. He's going to die.
I was thinking about what the facehugger actually is, because he can't take corrupted DNA, but I don't think that's corrupted DNA. I think it's just what it's supposed to be.
That's it depends how you look at it. If that's considered corrupted, then all xenomorphs are corrupted. Well, everything until the xenomorph is corrupted.
Right. Well, let me be fair.
Last I heard, will be corrupted technically.
The Omnitrix has a failsafe to stop corrupted DNA and purify it if needed, but also he has to turn off the safeguard if he wants corrupted DNA. But I don't think he knows how to do that. So yeah.
But
Ben 10.
We did have a fake controversy because people were spreading around fake tweets of the main writer, the creator.
Talking about how
he was talking about in the fake tweets. It was like, oh, are we gonna see Vilgax and stuff? He was like, oh, I pitched absolute Vilgax to Cartoon Network, and they said no, this is too scary.
Oh wow!
So instead, we did the U.S. government, and I was like, what the fuck?
Why can't you just if you're talking about an absolute take on Ben 10, why don't you just make Vilgax full Cthulhu at that point?
Well, he was in one arc.
Okay.
Well, at least he pretended to be, and then the real Cthulhu showed up. So
what's he just? Wasn't he just a giant squid? Is that what you're talking about?
Well, that was in one arc where Ben beat him, and then he went to his squid form, and this cult thought that he was their god, Cthulhu god, but actually was a real Cthulhu god, and that's the one that Ben had to fight.
But he clarified the next day that Vilgax, we can do Vilgax. He didn't confirm Vilgax in the book, but he said we can do Vilgax.
Okay.
But Cryptid, the inside artwork for this book is ugly, man. I showed a picture and if you go into like Jake's server, look at anime and manga, you can see a picture of how Ben looks in this book. And they made Grandpa Max look more like Grandpa Max from the live action movie than actual Grandpa Max. And Ben just looks ugly.
Movie synergy.
Jake likes the grandpa. He just looks like a grandpa. There's nothing about him that screams Max but the shirt. He just looks like a random grandpa.
No, he's got the gray hair. He's got the gray hair, the curly top.
A grandpa.
What? He's got the curly top.
If you ask anyone to draw a grandpa, this is what they're gonna look like, Jake.
I don't remember that they tried speaking like, hey, he has packs of dried crickets that he eats and he passes around to the kids. Yeah. Okay.
Grandpa.
But I hope the comic can see it. I just hope we get a better artist later. Because realistically, man, the ugly art, while the art style works more for the aliens than the humans, and I think that's the intended point. The problem is the aliens, which you made it look more monstrous, look less monstrous than your humans do.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
But that's our opening. Go check out the Ben 10. We have like 4 photos.
I just want the absolute Vilgax fight. Like people who don't remember their first fight, it starts off like Ben turns to Heat Blast, runs up to this man's legs, punches them as hard as he can, like repeatedly, doesn't do a thing. He's like, "What the fuck?" Vilgax picks him up.
Here, I realize meaning if you know what it is.
Just choke slams this thing. This was like that fight was when you realize, oh shit, Ben is a child. He's about to die.
Dude, I want to see Ghost Freak turn into a full creepypasta at this point.
They did not even using Ghost Freak. I was so fucking mad, bro. How you gonna talk about Absolute and not do Ghost Freak and then redo the Ghost Freak art?
Shock Rock. Let's go.
Bro, the 10 aliens were Forearms, Heat Blast, Gray Matter, Accelerate, Upgrade, Cannon Bolt, Stinkfly, Wildvine. Was it Arctic Guana?
No, you're thinking of
I'm thinking of Cannon Bolt.
No, what's it? Overflow,
and one more.
Okay, I don't recognize most of those names, so
some of them are from the reboot. Well, no, one's from the reboot, to be fair.
Most of them from the original. Forearms, the red one, Forearms, Heat Blast, the fire guy from the original.
Right.
Actually, Cannonbolt from the original. It's most of them original. Accelerate.
I just want the 11th one to be Shock Rock. When he gets the 11th alien, I want to be Shock Rock.
Let's see if I could remember the original 10 aliens. Okay, so Heat Blast, Forearms, Ghost Freak, Diamond Head, Gray Matter,
Diamond Head's the last alien.
No.
He did a comic.
So you were Accelerate?
Upgrade. Okay, last 3.
You're missing. You want a hint?
Okay, go ahead. I'll like to buy that.
You're missing the water one.
Oh, Ripjaw.
Yep. You're missing the smart one.
I already said Gray Matter.
Did you say the flying one?
No, you did not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't say. Okay, so that's
you
9.
did it earlier, but you said it in the 10.
Okay, so I'm missing one more.
You're missing the dog.
Oh, Wild Butt.
Yes.
Okay, so I was partway there, audience. So
yeah, you got 7 out of 10. Ain't bad.
Wild Butt was a cool one because he was the only one that couldn't communicate properly. So I like that when he did something like Gwen. It was an arc where it was like a subtle arc where Gwen slowly could understand Wildmut every time Ben transformed into him. To the point she didn't have to like, she would just start translating for him. It's kind of funny.
All right. Yeah. Oh, Kara's helping me out. Okay, I Rip Jaws. There you go.
Ripjaws.
Always appreciate having you here, Kara.
Ripjaws got fucked over because the show wanted to play fucking jokes.
They didn't fuck him over. He's ass. He's the only one that always worked in one situation.
His jaws ripped through steel. That's so useful.
And but it's only useful until he starts dying because it's not underwater.
Well, okay, listen. Just have a bottle of water with him every time he transforms. He'll be fine. That's all it is.
You know how much maintenance that is? Just get a better water type.
Nah, bro. Ripjaws.
And then with Pokemon, he'll be dropped first. He'll be dropped game 1, bro.
Bro, I saw the one episode where it was like early season 1. He used Ripjaws and it just worked, and I was like, yes.
I remember in the water he'll fight something. He terrorized something.
Yeah, bro. Now it was like, yes, this Ripjaws. Absolutely.
I'm pretty sure if you time the screen time of each one of those aliens, Ripjaw will have the least amount of screen time.
Well, because his joke was that the joke was that he never was used when he was supposed to. That was supposed to be like the joke of the character, but I was like, that ruined him in the long run. But
anyway, all right, guys. I think we should get started. We're already past 10 minutes, so
yeah.
All right. Welcome, Contact Live, the news and reviews of the week, audience. You're hearing me, Cryptid Secret 415. I'm not in the same place as always, so move on.
You're here with me, Jake Tylenol. Glory to Sparta and its many sons.
Oh, me, it's my turn. Fan Fanatic, I guess. Ace Comics, Breaking Walls here, I guess. I don't know, man. I got caught off guard.
Fair enough. I'm Richter, also known as the Witch of Jotunheim, pronouns they, he, and yeah, I'm an EP boy who is almost at TNG, guys. We're almost there.
Almost.
We have 6 movies worth of. We're at 6 movies worth before we get there.
You're almost where Star Trek discovered itself and figured out what it wanted to be for at least 4 series.
Hey, Starfleet Academy is good. Okay, leave me alone.
No, I said 4 series, and that was like the era where it was like a thing. Like that was like when Star Trek was like its own thing. Let it realize what it was. So
yeah,
he's almost at 100% of his power, audience.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, I mean, it'll decline near the end, but you know, it was.
And also, if I fall asleep in the middle of the live audience, I went to a buffet earlier, so I want you to figure
got the
that
itis.
out.
Got the itis.
Yeah, the buffet-itis.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see what happens, y'all. We'll see what happens.
Wait, hold on. Together, we are the Phanatics, and we talk about the news and reviews of the week. And on our special Monday nights, we'll be talking about the media news and the comic news as well. And also, we're going to be reviewing that new God of War game, the Sons of Sparta. That's happening as well.
Not the gameplay, just the story.
Just the story, because money's tight right now, and I can't pay $30 for this game. So unfortunately, but you know, yeah, we'll be doing that. We already got our Ben 10 preamble, so we'll not be talking about that. We'll be talking about other things though, like Captain Durag, our favorite superhero of the modern day. Amy Rose has been casted to no fanfare. Unlike the previous special guests of Sonic, the Sonic movies, we have Toy Story.
She's the less of a special guest. She's very known in like voice acting.
I feel like the way people were asking for Amy for multiple movies after the first one.
Yeah, but that's because they thought it was gonna be like some big, not voice actors. It'll be like if Tara Strong got voice Amy. Well, yeah, that makes sense.
I was just about the little stunt casting. I don't know. Maybe I hope Metal Sonic doesn't get a voice, but we'll see.
He definitely is. They're definitely gonna do Neo at some point.
Yeah.
There's too many people we got to fight for them not to do Neo.
Sure.
They're going to get the guy who does Olaf from Frozen to voice Metal Sonic.
Oh my god. Oh well, I guess he would be just as annoying as the real Sonic. So he would be as.
You're not pissing Jake off. You're pissing me off. That has. I don't give a fuck. I'm the Metal Sonic fan.
Jake and Austin will be like taking that celebrity and putting him in the doorman themselves. Like
Austin's like Metal Sonic's only had 2 good stories, and that's enough to carry his legacy.
It is.
May there be enough to add a third.
Craven had 1.
That is true. Metal Sonic's on the board more than Craven, I guess.
You can't name one golden vulture story. No one can. Don't lie to me. They act like you do for the ghosts. And Metal Sonic can be up there.
I suppose so. But yes, which could also introduce our socials.
Yeah, well, first of all, subscribe. Second of all, follow our Twitter at ComicFanatic69 because I totally didn't choose that number.
Hey, we're at 69 subscribers, audience. Yay.
We peaked here.
Don't say it like that.
Anywhoosies, you can also find me on my own Twitter at Witch of Jotun with E instead of a U. I sometimes post things on there. I'm trying to limit my time on Twitter. I feel like that's a reasonable thing for me to do. Thank you.
I had to as well because it got very racist over the last 2 weeks.
Look,
the last few weeks have been crazy for me.
We got a Castlevania game announcement recently. That's the only thing I really cared about on Twitter at the moment. But besides the point, you can also find me on TikTok and Instagram at witch_of_Jotunheim. I am trying to post some art that I haven't been able to post recently, so go to my Instagram to see that. And pretty soon I'll be working on a new cosplay video for you guys because I just got a wig for it. Yippee! You can also find me on Tumblr, Blue Sky, and Letterboxd at Northstar Aria. And yeah, there's a bunch of other places that I'm blanking on at the moment, but you can find Austin wherever you find a brick wall with bright blue eyes and hot pink blush. Remember that.
You can make Austin in any place where you find it.
You can make your own Austin, guys.
There you go.
Austin OC.
Yeah, you can make your own Austin OC. Cryptid is in another hemisphere. Okay, I think. And Jake.
Yeah, what's up?
Where are you? Where did I leave you last?
Well, we are live in ancient Greece, and it's shit. Floods everywhere, flies infecting the populace. It's always raining here.
Do you need me to get you out? Do you need me to get you out?
Yeah, I mean, after this episode, that'd be nice, yeah.
Yeah, okay, just hit me up.
All right.
Yeah. Jake, my heart weeps for you after realizing my town got flooded with a blizzard. So, yeah.
He wasn't there. He don't care.
Well, I mean, were the souls of the dead?
Jake, I'll take you to the West Coast. I promise there's not that much snow.
The West Coast of Greece or the West Coast of America?
America.
Oh, okay, that's better.
Say it like you mean it. America.
No.
Yeah, okay. All right.
You're not getting that from me. You barely get shit out of me, especially today.
One of these days. But anyway, all right. With that out of the way, audience, let's get on to the topics now.
So explain to me what this show is.
Why the fuck is Witch introducing the topic? What?
No, I'm asking a question. Explain the show to me.
Okay. Yeah, y'all be Austin, rude. Do you know what this is? Okay, go ahead, Austin.
You know Captain Durag is, aka Walton Melon?
Nope.
Damn! What? I didn't know that was his name! That's crazy! Yo, how did this... Oh my god, bro.
Okay, wait, guys. Let Austin explain. Who is this man?
Yeah. This is Captain Durag from a show called Hey AJ on Disney Junior.
A cancel
girl named AJ who goes on adventures with her best friend and her tour buddy named Theo. This is the hero named Captain Durag, who wears a long durag which acts as a cape and is bulletproof. He uses armor and a shield. And sometimes he sings and dances and tells them to do chores and shit. The problem is if they just called him Captain something else and you just had a durag, I think people would be fine.
I don't know about Walton Melon is kind of crazy. That's a bit different.
I don't know. Wait. I don't know if that's real. But I think people making a joke.
Before I get mad.
Okay. I don't know that. I don't know if that's real. Okay.
Which surprised you know that they made sure that the creative team behind this character were people from the community, so they got an approval from somebody there to do this.
Yeah. Were they red pilled? What are we talking about?
Not red pill. Yeah, when I first saw this, I was like, is his durag also his cape? Or at first, and I was like, okay, now that I'm looking at a better picture, I'm like, yeah, It definitely is.
So his name's not actually Walter Melon, but it might as well been because the way he talks reminds you of You remember that show, the Disney Band, Song of the South?
Yeah.
We don't talk
He
about
talks
that.
like that guy.
Okay, Austin, I am so glad you brought that up because when I heard this guy's voice, all I kept thinking to myself was, okay, there are a couple lines I would like to see you voice. I don't know, something like about like 400 years. They use that word, or like
yeah, they got him sound like the guy from Song of the South, which is a story about a slave telling kids a story. All right.
Yeah.
Like they did him dirty with the voice. They did him dirty with the name, the powers, the suit. I don't think it's not. I don't think obviously the person didn't intend for it to be racist or anything, but it's just not a good look.
Yeah. What's his whole mission statement? He's supposed to just clean up the city. Or that's what he does. Or
basically, he just helps people around, and he gives the main character lessons. Sometimes we have to show up. Like I saw him singing a song there and telling her about doing folding your laundry. I'm like, nigga, why are you telling her that?
Okay.
Because someone's got to tell her
Because the kids got to learn. They don't know.
That should be a parent thing, not the neighborhood superhero. Okay,
well, they only listen to the superhero because he's cool.
Yeah, imagine you're in a Marvel, and then suddenly Jean Grey come to your house and be like, yeah, you should do that, or I'm going to make you do it. Like that's basically what it's
Kill her.
Oh man,
that'd be the real reaction. I feel like it'd be like a Spider-Man came in. You're like, Spider-Man, hey kids, fold your clothes.
That's basically what it is.
There's probably like a PSA about that. Also, now that I'm looking at this design more, and as a character design, I don't hate it.
It's not terrible. I just think don't change his name and take the D off his chest. I think it'll be fine.
And to be clear, he's not the first black superhero to wear a do-rag in an animated show.
No, it's not the fact that he used a do-rag. It's the fact that his whole identity is based on his do-rag.
Right.
Yes. Okay, I want to read Kara's comments, like saying, "Plenty of sunshine headed my way. Zippity doo dah, zippity a."
Yep, that's the song for the Song of the South.
Oh boy.
And people got mad when they decided to change Splash Mountain away.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. My school made me sing that at elementary school.
What the fuck?
I didn't know that was from that movie.
You know,
I don't think a lot of people did because they buried the shit out of that movie.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't even seen it, dude.
So we have these things called like the morning meetings or whatever, and by the way, I went to like a rich private school when I was like at elementary. So like,
okay.
So every morning,
I went to public school all my life.
So every morning, I mean, my parents could afford it, but they did what they could. So every morning we'd have to sing random songs, like we learned a song as a Kwanzaa song or something like that. I remember having to sing this, like that lyric that Cara just said. I remember that song explicitly too. But yeah, I remember singing that. I had no idea it was like a race thing though.
Gotcha. Kara's also saying someone said they could have called them Captain Clean or something. Yeah, no, I mean,
you could have clearly called them anything else and it went over more. you made the black superhero all about his do-rag.
Right.
One that just makes one. Oh boy. You guys hear me?
Yeah.
It'll be like having a Mexican superhero and everything about him is, I have a sombrero.
Oh, dude. And his mission statement will be to make sure all lawns are maintained.
Basically, that's kind of what it felt like that. I don't think any ill intent was implied, at least not from the creator of the show. But, it's not a good look.
Okay, awesome. It's funny because like from what I read in response from the Grave team behind this, I think they said something along the lines of like they want to create a hero for the community that they have now for the community. Now the community has static shot. Like, I just love it when creators do that. It's almost like them saying like, okay, everything that came before them didn't matter. It's only our creation that mattered now to the whole community. I
don't think that's what they meant by that, but whatever. What do I know?
It's not, but that's sometimes Sometimes that's how it comes off. I get what Kurt is trying to say.
Yeah.
So are we only talking about this one guy, or is it like a whole show?
It's literally just this guy. The whole controversy is just dude. It's not that we can kind of move on. It's just this guy.
You know, at least he has a color scheme that is pleasing to my eyes.
What you mean? The grape juice flavored suit he's got? Is that?
I like the purple. I like the dark gray kind of black. Leave me alone. I like purple and I like dark colors.
Grape soda was a big black joke as a kid. I
wasn't getting on you, Witch. I was just bringing up the stereotype they use. That's all.
Yeah.
You are Harold and Kumar.
I'm just saying. Look at the color scheme of my Sona, and then we'll discuss this later. So here's the thing about a Shamrock themed Irish hero. I know you said Irish American, Tara, but like there is actually a superhero who literally just has a giant shamrock on them. By the way,
yeah, I'm about to say.
Oh yeah,
she was in an Alpha Flight comic, by the way. If anyone can.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure you showed it on the channel before.
Probably.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's the only reason I would know. I don't read that book. I don't have no reason to know this
kid. I love Alpha Flight. I would know these things.
He was
I don't know if she was always drunk, but I know definitely she had red hair and wore green.
Funny enough, I do remember like that was a team that Bucky had back in World War II called the Young Allies, who were a bunch of like kids, right, trying to fight the Nazis. And turns out that those campy comics were actually just from the government who based them off of real life soldiers. Well, real in the sense of young kids who joined the military at the time. And those kids hated their depictions, especially the one Irish kid who was like, wow, wait, are you telling me they made a comic based on me and my only attribute is I like to fight with my fists? Really?
I can fight with my fists too. You're not special.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't get paid for it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, crepes, the Young Allies. Yep. Did you know, audience? World War II had its own version of Teen Titans, basically. But yeah. But say that for another discussion. So anyway, you guys, any final thoughts on the Durag?
The only way this is going to be a bigger controversy, they reveal that his favorite food is somebody. If they ever do a food episode, he says his favorite food is chicken, watermelon, or grape soda. So there's going to be a fight. Because that's meant now.
No, he should say it's Sunny D. Sunny D is his favorite drink, guys.
Sunny D will be a 10 out of 10. I'll give him that one. That'll be funny.
If it was Sunny D, because you don't get it. The D on his chest. Okay, yeah, I'll stop. I'll stop. Let's move on.
All right, let's move on to the next one before we make a joke that gets us canceled. So.
Are people still mad at this? Like, just don't watch the film.
It's a new trailer. The trailer just came out.
Okay, I was about to say, because I saw some people online.
Dick didn't watch it.
Yeah, I saw people online who were just upset that this even existed. Like, just don't watch it. Like, they don't just stop. They'll stop existing.
Here's my thing. I don't understand why. I don't understand why this needed to be made. I feel like after the third one, it was perfectly fine, just ending it there.
Oh, yeah.
However, at the same time, it's like I'm seeing the plot of this, and I'm just like, okay, interesting idea for once.
I think critiquing the iPad kid thing is an interesting take for StoreTour specifically, without even handle stuff in the past. The question is, do we have the writer from the past to handle it?
Oh yeah, I'm just glad you guys are bringing up the whole point about the iPad right here, because I wonder what the moral of the story is going to be in here. I mean, what's the lesson of the day here? You know, don't use screens. Kids shouldn't be using screens all that often.
Here's the thing.
Stop letting your iPad raise your kids.
Limit the screen time for children until they get to a certain age.
Yeah, yes, but you think that's a lesson Disney wants to?
Did you guys know?
This is low key. With what you were saying, Cryptid, it's low key giving I'm 14 and this is deep. Like from that one Reddit.
There was a school that like banned like phones or any type of technology altogether for like 8 hours or everything. And like they did like a video, like a whole like video journalism on it. And these kids like they were going through drug withdrawal. It was crazy. Like, they were so motionless and dead inside. It was crazy.
Jake,
What's up?
It's been a while since I was at school. School, right? But I do remember they did classify cell phones as a type of drug because, hey, if you take a cell phone away from a kid, yeah, they're going to have withdrawal syndromes.
Yes.
Yeah. To be fair, I think
I
that
can
could
keep
count
myself
for
pretty
anybody nowadays,
entertained.
even grown-ups.
I can keep myself pretty entertained without my phone, but at the same time, I do like to listen to a lot of music.
I can get myself entertained without my phone. I just need to know that it's near me. Like I need to know that it's there in case of an emergency. But I'm fine with
exactly.
No.
Especially since I do this with you guys every week. So and I also play D&D online. So
Yeah. Right. Here's a question for your audience.
I just don't have friends. I don't have a lot of friends. Okay.
Gotcha. Here's a question for all y'all audience. Raise your hand if you believe you could live 24 hours without a cell phone.
I'm not talking.
No, I'm not talking about like the cell phone's just turned off. I'm talking about like no, your cell phone is not anywhere near you.
I had to go a week without a cell phone. Okay.
I wouldn't say this for my phone, but I would say this for my iPad. I haven't had my iPad for almost 2 months because it's in repairs right now. So yeah, you figure that out. I have to do traditional drawing. I have to do traditional art again, guys, until I get that bitch back.
These kids cannot go 24 hours just watching cable, okay?
Hey, I did as a kid.
Have you ever tried watching cable like today? I just can't do it. I agree. So when I go to New Orleans to visit my grandma and everything, like she doesn't have like all like the Netflix or the smart TVs or whatever. And so I usually just have to watch cable. I'm like, yo, nothing is the fuck on right now. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to like? I can't just choose what I watch. It's a weird experience going back to cable. And I grew up with it. I just can't go back.
That's when you find new stuff to watch. It's always something. You just gotta
I try. Like I try. It's just like I recognize the channels, but I'm like, eh. And then I think FX has like MCU movies nonstop, and I'm like, man, I don't watch all day.
No, they don't do it like that. They do it sometimes, but
yeah. Am I the only one here who still has cable? I wonder.
I do have cable. Well, that's more than I don't have cable in my room, but the house I'm in has cable.
No, I mostly just sail the 7 seas to watch what I want to watch. Or I just watch YouTube. Or I just watch YouTube.
Gotcha. Well, I'm proudly still have my cable audience, and I still watch shows that are released on that time. So yeah, I appreciate it.
I also like when I'm at my parents' house. Sometimes, since they have like a Samsung TV, so it's like sometimes I'll watch like the channels they have available to there, or I go on Pluto TV. Yeah. Sometimes they have interesting stuff there. It's kind of cable-esque, but it's not cable.
No, yeah, Pluto is kind of cool.
Yeah. I watched The Love Witch on Pluto.
Shout out to Tubi.
Shout out Tubi.
That'll be the only time I'm gonna hype it up because other times I'm shitting on Jake for liking it.
Look, they have some good shit on there, dude. They have some old anime that I like. Just beware when you watch Wicked City, okay? That's all I gotta say.
Will do. Follow Witch's Warning, audience. So,
it's a good movie. It's just like there's just a lot of scenes in there that I'm just like, That's all I gotta say. Anyways, Toy Story 5 thoughts on the trailer.
If they do a good message, I think the movie is worth making. Especially because they're not just going to be like, "Oh, Woody just randomly back here." So, like everything seems to have a purpose and point. In doing so, though, I do agree with which. In the long run, we probably should have stopped. And I don't want this one to be successful just for them to keep going and then eventually fuck it all up again. So.
And also, I don't know how I feel about the tablet looking like having like a frog aesthetic to it, because as someone who kind of grew up on Leapfrog, at least Leapfrog actually taught you shit.
That's the point, though. That's the reason it has to be the frog.
Stop letting iPads teach your children.
Sure.
For real, teach your own damn kids. Teach them basic shit.
One thing I'm hoping for, audience, is that this movie ends without it feeling like the end of a franchise, because that's annoying as hell. The fact that the last 2 movies, 3 and 4, ended it with it feeling like, this is the final.
Well, in case you didn't like this one.
Yeah.
That was the case he didn't like 4. Then we ended it. So there you go.
It always does like, well, we don't know if we're gonna get another one. Oh, they like it, green light it. It's over.
Yeah.
But remember, the Toy Story adventure ends when you guys, not you guys specifically, but when the world stops watching it. World, if you want this to end, just don't go to the movies. Okay?
To be fair, the people who don't want to watch it or don't care about it don't go. It just so many people still care. But the problem nowadays is that a lot of parents don't care what a film is. If it's a kid's film and they'll shut their kid up for a while, they'll just take them regardless.
That's crazy, bro.
Elemental was a mid film. It said I made as much money as it did.
It's true.
Well, keep in mind, at first it didn't because it was on streaming.
That thing went to theaters and blew up.
You know what? You know what? Listen to us, guys. You should take your kid to go see Iron Lung.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. I was kidding. But I liked the movie though. I saw the movie recently. I liked it.
That's good.
To piggyback
I'm
off
kind of
Jake's
waiting.
point,
I don't know if I'm gonna watch it yet.
It's good. You see Markiplier titties.
Oh,
I'll see it anyway.
Not ready to eat for everybody then. But to piggyback off
Well, you see
Jake's
for like
point,
5
right?
seconds. It's fine.
That's a man, bro. He just shirtless.
Anyway, to piggyback off of Jake's point, right? I'm gonna borrow a quote from an old classic show called The Critic, and say like, if you stop watching horrible movies, they might stop making horrible movies. So yeah.
But the thing is, you don't know if a movie's horrible until you watch it.
Well, you know, I knew Melania's
a good trailer
Guys,
could
talking to you
deceive
three
a good person.
specifically,
Okay.
Well,
we can do what we did when we watched Madam Web. Wink, wonk.
I didn't have to see the Melania movie to know it was bad. All right, you know.
Hey, we thought Madam Web know it was bad.
Yeah, but that was
but
the best
part about it was the freaking ads.
Yeah. Also, we
we
also wanted to riff on it.
We went on that a different way anyway, so I guess it don't really count.
I didn't need to see Dark Phoenix to know it was a bad movie, but
you need to see that.
Okay, Kara saying, I saw someone a while back say Toy Story is the perfect trilogy. Too bad there are four movies. Yeah. Audience, and you wonder.
I don't think the third one's as good as people act like it is.
It's a good finale for me, but like
I believe it's a good finale for the toys, but I don't think the third movie is as good as everyone liked when that movie first came out. Niggas did not like it as much as they do now. This is the basically shit. I remember everyone shitting on that fucking bear.
Lasso. Well, if it makes y'all feel better.
I've been seeing merch of him in like mini-so, dude. It's not even funny.
Yeah. Well, we're not gonna get Lasso in the next couple of films because voice actor passed away, and that's how Toy Story does it. The voice actor passes away, they retire the character.
Oh, are we Japan? Let's start doing that. It's crazy.
Gotcha. So anyway, guys, do you have any final thoughts on this before we move on?
Not really.
Okay.
You got nothing to say?
No.
Nope.
The bullshit.
I don't watch Toy Story.
Gotcha.
What kind of childhood do you have?
The good one.
If it was good, it would include Toy Story.
Well, apparently not.
My childhood was great because I watched Felix the Cat as a child.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Listen, I'm the type of.
With me, I didn't grow up with cable for the first few years of my life.
Wait, no. I thought about the wrong thing. Never mind. I remember Felix the Cat is.
I'm the type of child who could watch. I was the type of child who could watch Optimus Prime die and be like, "This is the way." All right.
You didn't do that.
All right.
You were not an 80s kid.
Yeah, you've been on
I saw the movie.
This channel, not doing that.
I saw the movie when I was a child, though. Like I saw that's what I saw.
I watched Betty Boop cartoons as well, dude. It was great.
I remember Betty Boop.
There's a reason I like I remember when I was watching Armada, then I watched some G1, and then I forgot how I got my parents just give me random movies, I guess for like the bargain bin, and I saw Transformers the movie. And then I remember going back to the anime. I was like, "Is this canon?" Like,
no, definitely.
I was like, I just love it.
I'm talking about Felix the cat, the goat.
No, I'll say about my childhood watching shit. Yeah.
Not you, Jake.
Well, so much is happening. So much is happening.
I like old cartoons.
Where's the Cat is what I thought Wish was talking about too, by the way. And I was like, when you didn't watch that as a kid, what the fuck?
No,
Me and
because
Jake and Tony, tried to watch this film one time because we saw a joke that was funny.
My mascot, dude. The icon, the legend. Anyways, let's move on.
Yeah, move on.
Which do you want to do the honors of this one?
Why? Why, Rich? Why? Tell me
why me?
Actually, yeah, Which should do it.
Everybody, move the fuck over.
Actually, Which should do
My
it.
sweet passion, Amy Rose, is on the screen. All right, that's the intro.
These two motherfuckers care more about Sonic than I do.
That's fucking crazy.
But Sonic has one of the biggest shipping communities of all time. That you're there sticking.
That is true.
Well, we haven't even seen the trailer. There's no shipping. There's no shipping to be had. No trailer.
Not
Two
yet.
characters exist. That's enough to ship people for a lot of times.
But you need
you can
the
ship
next
characters. Jake, you can ship characters I've never interacted before. Trust me.
That's fair, but we don't. That's fair, but it's not enough. All right, we just saw the actress. We don't know Amy. We're just shipping right now. You're shipping the actress with Sonic, which we can't do.
We can do that too. No. They did it in 06.
It's true, but everybody hated it.
Sonic with a human woman, which was weird as shit.
It was. Not just Japan.
Down for it.
Not just Japan though. They're like, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Anyway, Amy's been casted. Too bad the casting doesn't tell us anything about this character. So unlike Keanu Reeves or Idris Elba, where you're like, oh, I can kind of get a vibe for what we're going for. I don't know what this. Not a bad thing. She has range. This actress has played Anna in Frozen. Some chick that Cryptid watched in Teen Titans Go the movie. Goes to the movies, and then and some other shit. She's played quirky girls, excitable girls, tough girls. She's got that range. So we don't know what we're getting with this Amy.
No, Veronica. She's fucking Veronica Mars.
That's true. I don't remember who that is.
You're pissing me off. She did Zootopia. What about that?
I barely watched Zootopia one time, so can help you. So
he did Wreck-It Ralph. Ralph Breaks the Internet.
Did not watch that.
Yeah, Jake just isn't a fan of animals mingling with other animals. Audience. So
he did the longest running Netflix show of all time, Big Mouth.
I absolutely did not watch that.
Same.
2009 Astro Boy.
I did watch that, but only once as a child.
That counts. He saw something with
How old were you in 2009?
9 or 8.
Old?
Either 8 or 9, probably.
Okay. Because I remember one of the first movies I remember watching in theaters was the movie 9 when I was 7.
Bro, 9 freaked me out in the trailer. The trailer for 9 freaked me out.
Movie.
No, now I love it. No, now I love that movie now, but when I was a kid,
I've been loving that movie.
I've still not seen that film because every time they dog watch it for Moon Knight, which is twice, by the way, I was not there.
Yeah,
you know what? If the day that we are all here, to watch a movie together, we're watching 9. I don't care whose turn it is.
It has to be our Witch's pick because Austin had what he wanted to do.
Motherfucker, I work all day. I don't get off until 7.
Yeah,
so when you get here, it'll be your pick.
If Witch shows up, we'll let that time be Witch's time.
Yeah.
And then we're watching 9.
But Amy,
okay, audience, mark my words. When I'm able to go to movie night, we are watching 9.
So Amy Rose has been casted, which to no fanfare at all. Before they had to tease Shadow's voice actor. They waited to the last minute for Knuckles. I think they waited longer for Keanu Reeves than Knuckles, though. I think they confirmed it.
Well, to be fair, those two voices are, I think, a little bit more important than how you cast them.
I think Amy's very important.
No. Listen to me. I'm not saying Amy as a character isn't important.
Right.
I'm saying her type of voice is not as important as nailing down the way Knuckles and Shadow is.
Tight shit. But they didn't. They put Keanu Reeves instead of Hayden Christensen, so they didn't really nail it. So really a flop.
She just needs to sound like a love-struck fangirl audience,
Listen, so listen. All right, we're gonna talk about that a little quick. Wait, here's my Amy, and I don't know if we're gonna get it because I don't think enough Americans, including myself when I was a child. I'm not saying that I always understood Amy. I did not, but I think enough people understand the Amy character, and that her story is that she is the ordinary girl surrounded by the superpower people, and she gets basically introduced to this life, and she wants to be a part of it. And Sonic is just
I saw her keep up with Sonic's speed.
Well, eventually, yes. The eventually,
Jake,
yes. But
Jake, she ain't an ordinary girl. With the fact that she has a magical
bro,
power.
her first
Come
cutscene in Sonic Adventure, which was her third appearance, by the way. I mean, her first modern appearance. She's coming home from fucking Walmart. All right, like she's doing her groceries and shit. You know what I mean? No other Sonic characters doing that shit.
So what about her first appearance, which is I'm at home, I'm playing with cards, they blow away, and I just go and get kidnapped.
Right, because that was because the cards told her true love would be on this planet. She's like,
The cards told her to get kidnapped.
Because yes. Also, even the cards, because in Japan, tarot cards for little girls was a big thing at the time, and so that's where the whole that's why she has them. That's supposed to make her special. It just must be she was like a little girl chasing this fake thing and just happened to be somewhat right.
It just has to be somewhat right.
Somewhat right. So yeah, I mean, even if we're not doing the crush thing, which I think is also a big part of Amy's character, I think that should be there. But I understand it probably won't be. All right, at least it won't be the way it's supposed to be. I do want the ordinary girl Amy. I think the ordinary girl that grows into the adventure role, I think, is crucial to her character. I think it's the most interesting thing about Amy's character. And her. Well, yeah. So, Ian Flynn's like, I just wanted to be tough girl Amy. I wanted to be a badass or whatever. And I'm like, okay, well, but yeah, I think that's important.
President Peach.
Right. Yes.
Jake, so badass that she doesn't need a love interest. So
Ian Flynn in Japan, they still keep Amy and Sonic together. Like they still have that whole dynamic between them. But Ian Flynn doesn't like it, so he doesn't write it. So he says it's too much teasing. It's teasing the fans. I'm like, bro, I don't care. Well, whatever. Anyway, another thing about Amy that needs to be in this movie is that she's not a tough girl. That's not really her strongest attribute. She can fight, like, but her biggest thing is that she has a big heart. And I think that the problem with the movies now is that a lot of Amy's best traits are given to this Sonic. So like the fact that Sonic can redeem Shadow or move Knuckles or help him heal, that's something
those scenes were Amy scenes in the game.
Yes, those were Amy's things. Amy has been a part of redeeming Shadow, Silver, a soulless fucking robot,
clearly half of Sonic's speech in the movie is Amy's direct words.
Those are the things that Amy will be able to do. So it's kind of hard to have an Amy that's supposed to be herself, unfortunately. But yeah, I don't know. This is all, and I'm saying this all before we get to the love struck thing, which is a core part of Sonic and Amy's dynamic, but you can't even replicate that in the movies because the reason Amy loves Sonic in the games would not be here. So I don't know. So you probably can't do that. I don't think.
Yeah, they think the reach she likes him.
Yeah, it would have to be if she even likes him at all. I mean, unless they do it like Sonic likes her, because he's a teenage boy.
It's going to be Sonic likes her, then they're going to progress to. I think it's going to be start off with Sonic liking her, just for being the first girl he ever met. To be honest,
right.
And then over the course of the film, the dynamic's going to change to the more classic. She likes him, and he's like, "Oh, this lady girl's like a lot. She's a lot."
I'm not sure if they'll do. I'm not sure if they'll do that for. I don't know if they'll do that for Amy. I mean, I hope so. I mean, that's still a good arc. I just don't know if they'll do that. But it is what it is. I'm just kind of worried about Amy's character, and I think this is going to be an important moment for the Sonic community, who's been back and forth with Amy since Ian Flynn took over.
I doubt
it. Because once again, when you get the American lens of Amy's character, a lot of our localizations changed. So it comes across as like Sonic is not into her. And like she keeps going at him a lot. The actual translation of the relationship is Sonic is a boy, and he doesn't do like
relationships are icky.
Right, he's like really cool. Yeah, and so Sonic's too cool for relationships, but he does like Amy and that's not me saying that. That's the Japanese creator for Amy and Sonic's relationship. He has stated that if Sonic was ever stopped being a boy and became a man, he would probably marry Amy. More than not. Also, the fact that
a lot of like comic dubs of this one artist comics where it's Shadow and Amy, and I kind of fuck with it, but that's just
that's just because people just like that Guitar and Zuko shit, bro. It's not, bro. It's not. No.
But keep in mind, it is fan art. It's not
right.
canon.
I mean, look, there are only two options for Sonic at the end of the day. It's either Amy or Rouge. Is all.
But no, Sonic doesn't like Rouge because Rouge
clearly has either teases Knuckles or Espio.
And this has been tested. Rouge was flirted with Sonic, and Amy flirts with Sonic. So I was like, tries to run away. When Rouge flirts with Sonic, he has literally said, something to the effect of like, yeah, I already have a girlfriend. Get out of my face. Like, so I had enough girlfriends to deal with. So it wouldn't be. The
problem also is that Sonic actively sees Rouge as an adult, and he's like, I'm a child, leave me alone.
Saying Sonic would rather eat chili dogs than pursue romance.
He just doesn't like being tied down, but I think that's why.
I don't care what Sonic is.
And the games is Sonic.
Jake. So you mean to tell me Sonic sees romance as the other person being a ball and chain? That's
no, he sees because he's like,
well, he does to a degree because like say if the romance wasn't with Amy specifically, then it will chain him down to a location to a degree. If he wants to pursue it. Amy at the very least is just gonna follow him the whole way, so it doesn't matter.
Amy never wants to change Sonic. I mean, she might get frustrated when he's like, when he's like playing with her a bit too much. But she never wants to change Sonic. She loves Sonic for who she is. And when she chases him, Sonic lets her because he could easily just like go fast enough for her never to catch up. Or he could just say stop. He just chooses not to. He thinks it's a game. There's like
he doesn't hit women unless it's
right. well, he doesn't hit Amy specifically. I'm pretty sure he'll hit Rouge if he needs to. But there's like people make fun of this thing that Amy said in Heroes where she's like where Sonic's like doing a level and then Amy stops and he's like, all right, Sonic, there's no way you're gonna get out of marrying me. And if you actually play the boss fight and you extend it because that boss fight's piss easy because you're fighting Amy and her team. Sonic says something to the degree of like, Amy, I'm not trying to play right now. Leave me alone. Like he thinks it's a game for him. So like he just doesn't have time right now. So yeah. Also, Amy, another misconception that I kind of don't want in the movies is that like Amy was not just her stalker relationship or quote unquote stalker relationship with Sonic. She cared about other things.
It is a stalker relationship. He might not see this one.
Right.
They're just actually chasing you down everywhere you go.
I guess that's right. Yeah, but she was always more than that. Ian Flynn in the new game wanted to make a whole big deal about like, oh yeah, Amy's gonna learn to grow beyond Sonic or whatever, but she always does. Like in Heroes, that was about her helping her friend. She got distracted with Sonic one time, but after that, she went back to what she was doing.
I don't know. By her dialogue, I don't know. I remember Heroes. By her dialogue 3 times, she's acting like I'm just here for Sonic.
She said no. She's the first cutscene. She's looking for them, and then she's also thinking about Sonic. She finds Sonic one time. And then she thinks like, oh, okay, well, let's go get Dr. Eggman, and then he won't be distracted. And then Dr. Eggman's gonna help us with the other things we're here for. So it just all works out for them anyway. Every time she meets another character, she's asking about her friends' problems, not hers. So and she mentions it multiple times. Now she does talk about Sonic like 3 times in the game. You're not making that up, but it's like she talks about her other friends as well throughout the story. But yeah, it's just there's a lot of stuff about Amy's character that I don't think we got a good dose of because of localization, and Sonic X also played the joke up higher than the Japanese dub did, apparently. That's what I've been told. So a lot of us grew up with a bad perception of what Amy's character is, and hopefully maybe the writers don't have that bias like Ian Flynn does. But
I doubt it. No matter what this Amy thing is, it's going to split the fan. Sonic's fan base is already split enough. It's split in 4 different ways. You have the Archie crowd who only care about that. You have the classic crowd who only care about that. You have the modern crowd. You have the IDW. And then you got the movie. That's with 5 ways in.
Right.
And Amy herself in all the different ways, in each one of those groups is drastically different. It has different fan bases who only like that version as well. If the movie leans too much to either one of these or try to mix them all, it's going to be a problem regardless. Is all I'm saying.
Maybe Evan Stanley can be a consultant because she's the only modern writer who can write Amy, even if she doesn't have the crush. So
Mm-hmm.
she loves Amy.
Evan Stanley is a woman. Get it correct, everybody.
Evan Stanley loves writing Amy. Like she said in like they asked in an interview like, what's your favorite character to write for all the head writers, and Evan Stanley said it's Amy. I love writing dialogue for her, and you could tell when she writes Amy, she has a lot of fun doing it. Amy is peak herself, even if she's not crushing on Sonic 24/7. So yeah, it's yeah. I don't know. Maybe get her insulted, I guess, but yeah. Oh well.
Yeah. We'll see where it goes, audience. We'll see where it goes. Yeah. But anyway, Jake, any final thoughts on this before we move on to the next topic?
Sonic 4 is gonna be a big time for the fan base. I don't think they're ready for it.
I think they're gonna slurp it, no matter what it is. They're gonna slurp it down and act like the greatest thing of all time. Like they did with the third one.
Right. Well, they're gonna act like the great thing of all time until a month later or so. They're like, wait a minute.
Actually, Amy was kind of shit in this film. They always do this, yeah.
Also, I heard the argument. Someone was arguing why people hate Frontiers now, and they had the audacity to say it's like how people felt about Spider-Man 1 compared to Spider-Man 2. I'm like, that's not the same.
No one ever hated Spider-Man 1 compared to 2, and they thought 2 was better.
Right. That Spider-Man 2 is better, but nobody hates Spider-Man 1 for what it is. Like, you know what I mean? Gameplay-wise, it's better, not story-wise. But no one hates on Spider-Man. Yeah. I was saying that he was comparing Spider-Man PS4 to Spider-Man 2. And he was saying how people prefer Spider-Man 2 playing it more. But I'm like, yeah, but people don't shit on Spider-Man PS4. They just say it's bad swinging. I mean, not as good swinging. That's about it. But, whatever. All that kind of stuff.
Car saying they better not make Amy a girl boss. I'm pretty sure studios are well aware
she's already a girl boss. So she beat up.
Wait,
yeah, her first appearance is her beating up all the Metal Sonics.
Well, at that point, we know it seemed like Amy was already well into like her fighting prowess, so I wouldn't consider her a girl boss.
Right, but that's my thing. That robs
point,
robs Amy of what made her great. Like her whole thing. I know Ian Fleming pretend like he wrote the story arc, but he didn't. He didn't make it. That was from Sonic Adventure. Like the whole thing about Amy being like, I'm a helpless girl to I need to save myself to I want to grow up and be strong just like Sonic and his friends. That was her very first arc in the 3D modern era. And then all of a sudden, like Ian Fleming pretend like, I'm sorry, I just hate Frontiers. I mean, it's so much, it's such a fucking annoying arc. But if she starts off as a badass and that's how we just kind of leave off with her, she doesn't grow and she's not as interesting.
It's basically the Princess Peach thing, where it's like Princess Peach starts off as needing Mario to help her, but eventually with her, emotional power and all else that she learned to handle herself. If you make her a way better Mario from the start, it feels more contrived when you have to bend the plot for Mario to help her after at least showing that he's not as good as her.
Oh yeah, that's true. Hopefully they can manage it better. And no, we can always hope. So, but all right. I guess with that, you guys will move on to the next topic.
Yeah, sure.
What's the next topic?
Pick the first one that says Sons of Sparta.
Okay.
It's the wrong one.
All right. Anyway, so let me announce this topic, audience.
All right.
No, Jake, you did get announced the last one.
Okay, Kirk, announce it right now. Do it.
Okay, God of War Remakes, audience. God of War.
No, that wasn't what it was. It's a two-part topic. I'm reviewing Sons of Sparta because that's going to lead into our remake discussion. Because everything I have to say about the remake is going to tie into this game anyway, so I might as well just do it first. So God of War made some announcements, and one of them was like, "Hey, we made a game. It's out tonight. Buy it." And I was like, "Bet." And then I looked at my wallet. Poof. I said, "Oh fuck!" So I was like, you know what? I was gonna wait till my next paycheck, but bills are not aligning correctly. So I said, you know what? Fine, I'll watch the story. It's fine. I'll watch it. Well, so first I heard the OST, the main theme, which is there's two. There's the Glory of Sparta and the Sons of Sparta. They're pretty much the same song, but they have noticeable changes to them. I like Sons of Sparta better. Just has a better rhythm to it. Has a better midsection, great theme. And then I watched the actual game. What's the story about? All right. Before he became the Ghost of Sparta, he was just Kratos. Okay, a boy. He was the boy of Sparta. This is when he was boy. And so he and his brother Demos, growing up in Sparta, they're on a quest.
Yes. Wait. Yes, for people who don't know, he has a brother.
Yes.
Because if you only play the main line and the new game, you get one mention of this guy.
Well, in the first, well, you get two, because if you played the first game and get the special cutscene, you have the original origin of Demos, which doesn't line up with anything at all. It doesn't. Yeah, but they mentioned him.
Look, bro, anyone in current day not doing that,
right? So, but yeah, so you have Demos, Kratos' little brother, and so they're on a quest to hunt down a missing Spartan named Vercilles, who has ran away from home. Demos is urging Kratos to do this, mainly because he wants to impress the little Amazonian lady in the Spartan camp named Amara. And Kratos is like, I don't know about all this. This really has nothing to do with us. But Demon's like, but he's a Spartan, to abandon a Spartan is to abandon Sparta itself. And Kratos is like, fuck, all right, let's do it, okay. And so that is basically our adventure, the hunt for Vercilles. In terms of the story, you'll notice a lot of similarities to past titles, in the sense where like it's a lot of like you get your weapons, you go across the world, kill monsters, and then in brutal ways or whatever. Well, maybe not brutal ways, maybe in like slightly brutal ways, because this is Kratos before he became a bloodthirsty monster. So and more like PG-13 ways, appropriate for his age, Kratos type of ways. But I think the main difference is, one, this is a 2D game, and two, I believe it's Metroidvania. Based off what I've been seeing, it wants to be. I've heard it doesn't do it well.
No, so,
but yeah. Other things you'll be noticing is that Kratos is a lot different than he used to be in this time period. Kratos, for one, tells jokes sometimes. And I don't mean like he's like
right. He's lame.
He's not quipping like Spider-Man, but he's capable of cracking a joke every now and then with his brother.
You see, I'm okay with that, but because you have to keep this in mind. You're basically going to military academy in this situation, right? Yes. Kratos going to Spartan training. That's what they have to do to chisel the fat out, man. Like, they have a specific time to turn a boy and turn them into a man.
Yes, and this will be brought up too. Kratos yes, the military school. Kratos' main goal in life right now is that he wants to join the Vanguard, which is the highest position he can get at this time period, and he's on track to do so. He's kind of the best Spartan in the camp right now, only with the close runner-up being another Spartan named Brontes, who used to be Kratos' partner in arms until Demos was old enough to hold a spear, and Kratos said, "Actually, I want to be with my brother now, so get the fuck away from me." Meanwhile, Demos, he's a Spartan, but he's just not that good. He's good enough to keep up with Kratos, but everyone at the camp brings up the fact that Demos really holds you back from your true potential. You should probably just like let him go. And Kratos like, no, I'm not doing that. He's my brother. Another thing about Demos is, in case you want a snapshot of his character, because this is the only characterization he's going to get, because the next time you meet Demos in the franchise, his first words to Kratos are going to be like, "I hate you!" And there's the real Demos, okay? Demos loves, he's not really into the Spartan stuff as much as his brother. He's more into like the exploration, more like Atreus, but he stand out enough to be his own character. He's more concerned with how people think about him. He's more concerned with music and other things. And of course, the ladies, which is his main gimmick in this game.
Wait a minute.
Right, yes.
Okay.
Yes. Well, like I said, he's doing all this for the attraction of the one Amazonian girl in the Sparta, the Amara. He just wants to impress her. Another thing he's a braggart. So anytime Kratos and him go and kill something, Kratos is going to go report it to the higher commands, to tell him like, hey, this is what's happening. Demos is going to be at the camp, usually being like, so actually we fought like the fucking Furies or something. They're like, yeah, sure, I sure you did, Demos. I'm sure you did. That's also another running joke I do like, because I always thought about this, was like, so when Kratos goes out and he kills things, because he has a pass to do so. Him and Demos have passes so they can leave Sparta to do things. And then to come back and report what Demos comes back and keeps reporting what they've done. And then sometimes Kratos tells somebody, and then they're just like there's this one guard he keeps telling, he's like, yeah, so, we killed this thing. And the guy's like, sure you did. Sure you did, kid. I was like, yeah, I guess you wouldn't be able to confirm that, huh?
But you would, though. If these things exist, and it suddenly stop existing, I don't think it's hard to confirm or not.
Well, I mean, he's not, they don't see them kill. That's not that they don't believe it.
And he stopped showing up. Yeah, I think they're dead. He might be
Well,
telling the truth.
they're far over there. Somebody else could have killed them, or maybe the story wasn't as big as they thought it was. They're making it out to be. That's
I don't know.
kind
If one guy says like 19 stories and someone started coming true, I'm just gonna start believing them, right?
right. Also, we have some other things. You do kind of see the origin that because the new writers of Santa Monica like canonizing that Kratos has weird habits that we've done in previous games, but there's a reason he does them. So one thing they canonize is that Kratos does have a reason to randomly break bases. Apparently, that's the new thing they've canonized. Apparently, whenever he gets mad, Deimos taught him that he can focus his anger on breaking bases. So that's why he does it.
Do you like this?
Say it again.
Do you like this?
I could live without it. I don't think.
If you said yes, I will say fuck you because it's the same shit that you hate in Star Wars.
Yeah, I hated it. Well, I hated it in Star Wars because they got away to they bent over backwards to explain like stupid shit, I guess. But I think this was just more like, yeah, that's fine.
I don't think you have to break the game mechanic of breaking bases. Okay?
Right, you don't have to. No, you don't have to explain it. But it was just kind of like it just
break a base one time and find like $2. That's enough to justify every time.
Break every base, yeah.
Well, audience, I still remember the first time I saw Kratos break a base. It was in God of War 1 when he and certain lady were in the same chamber doing the Go on before I continue on for a day.
Well, because this is a young Kratos, he's not good with the ladies. You see, they actually have a small campfire talk about this. Oh yeah, instead of the boat conversations, you do have campfire conversations where Kratos and Deimos will sit by the campfire, maybe talk about things that they're interested in. One of the things being about their feelings about the gods. Kratos actually likes the gods at this time period. He actually has no problem. He prayed to Athena, and then I think. Oh, the other thing too is as this is happening in the future, but not God of War 1, like we're before God of War 1 still, all right? Kratos' daughter, Calliope, also has a plot line in this too, because this is a story being told to her by an adult Kratos, who's just, he's just kind of like watching Calliope kind of pout because she just got in trouble with her mom. And so Kratos is telling her this story to teach her what duty means in Sparta, essentially. But Calliope starts asking the questions that maybe you, the player, might be asking, like, Kratos.
Wait. What the fuck does duty have to do with the fuck she did?
Oh, well, because she didn't do her chores because she wanted to go talk to some old lady or help her out, and then her mom got mad, and then so she was like, but
you didn't wash the dishes, but you did help the old lady down the street. Go to bed, bro. That's basically what just happened.
Well, Lysandra didn't like her. She didn't like the old lady for reasons that they never go into. So anyway,
she approved me marrying Kratos. He probably deserved it, bitch.
But Kratos is telling her, and it's not to tell her that she's wrong, because what we wind up finding out is that Kratos disobeyed an order when he was a kid, and that's when Calliope's like, "You disobeyed an order?" He's like, "Yes, I did," and all this other shit. So that's it's more.
Oh my god, I wasn't perfect. I never told you this before, huh?
Right. Well, when you actually watch the story, it is kind of hard to believe because Kratos basically is Captain Sparta. Okay, he is the ideology of Sparta in a child. He is the Steve Rogers of Spartans. Okay.
Steve Rogers obeys any order that doesn't align with his character.
That's true, but he embodies the spirit of America as Kratos embodies the spirit of Sparta. So
okay, I can see that.
So there you go. Other things that I'm trying to get through all the stuff I like before I get to the negatives. So that's why I'm kind of like what else I like, because I'm skipping over things. But anyway, I do like the Calliope sections. It is nice to see more of Calliope. Especially because she seems to have more of a personality now, as opposed to just making her a perfect, happy-go-lucky character. Don't get me wrong, she's still like an innocent little kid, but you do find out some of her interests or the things she wants to do in life, or is considering doing in life, or learning things for the first time. She also brings up questions that like you might be having if you watch the Norse saga. Like, Kratos is telling this story, but in Sparta, it seems like a lot of people are nicer than what he mentioned in the Norse saga. Like, because when he told this story to, I think it was Freya, he's talking about the Agogi and how, like, that was a brutal time for him. And, like, in Spartan kids, he didn't want to raise Atreus like that. But when he tells the story to Calliope, even though they're not talking about the Agogi, but everybody around him seems nicer. She's like, but you said it like everybody when you grew up was mean. Well, why is everybody nice? And then you find out that Kratos is telling kid-friendly story, basically, or like a lighter lens for
Which
Calliope's sake.
invalidates the whole story. Can he just be lying about most of this shit for all we know?
At least he says he's
We beat the Fury. No, actually, it beat the dog shit out of us. We got the W there, but like
well,
we were losing limbs and stuff, and the guys had to reattach them. Like it was crazy. Like,
well, don't get me wrong. Kratos is honest in the sense where, like, sometimes there's fights that he just doesn't win. Like, there's one fight him and his brother are gonna lose together, and then Ace shows up, and you find out who's Ace. It's the original Atreus of Sparta, the one where the person Atreus got his name from. He shows up.
the only knight Spartan, which should have been the point of the fucking story.
Right.
That's the only reason he named Atreus after this guy.
Yes, well, because he always smiled in battle, even when the odds were grim, and that's
He was bloodthirsty. It's what you're telling me.
not true. Well, he explains it. He says, "Listen, there are fight things that should terrify me, but in the moment, I think that the Sparta Spangled Man with the
I
plan."
love Kara's comment.
But Atreus of Sparta explains the reason he's like this is because he sees things that should scare him, but he gets excited at the idea of dying in an honorable way, and that's what makes him smile. And so apparently that he was such a cool guy. Kratos told Calliope about this guy all the time because Calliope's like, "Wait, Ace is Atreus of Sparta? Oh my god!" Like, so apparently, like Kratos really liked this guy. All right.
He liked him so much he'll never mention him again. Until afterwards.
By the time Calliope gets told the story, it's implied Atreus has died. So this Atreus has died in a battle sometime at this point. So
this is the Arthur Morgan to fucking John Marston.
Yes. Yeah. So let's see. Is there anything? Because I really want to say all the positives. Kratos and Deimos' dynamic is cool. You actually kind of see why Kratos might treat Atreus a little bit more lax as he got older in Ragnarok, and lets Atreus banter with him. My interpretation is it reminds him a lot of his relationship with Deimos, even though Kratos approaches Atreus with a fatherly type standpoint. But their dynamic might remind him a little bit of how him and Deimos used to banter back and forth, and it seems like Kratos liked that as a kid. So that is kind of cool to see.
I thought it was more after, because at first he was keeping a distance and all that stuff because obviously the other family died. But the more he became accustomed to Atreus and teaching him and figuring out they have much stuff to do in the path that wife put him on, I thought he was just becoming more accustomed to having the boy around.
Oh yeah, I mean that could be fair. I think this is how I'm interpreting it because it just seems like because Deimos does a lot of like.
If they wanted me to learn that lesson, they should have named Deimos.
Right. Well, I don't think he wants to name it after the brother that he couldn't save twice, and then the brother that also said, "I hate you."
You do it so you get saved from this time.
Do you know how traumatizing that would be? And then when Atreus goes missing and Kratos thinks Odin stole him,
that's why you do it.
I could be like, no.
And he saved them this time. I saved people. I redeemed myself.
Demos.
The only other thing he's gonna name the Atreus that had that same impact would be random boat captain.
He does the Spider-Man Andrew Garfield cry.
Yeah.
It's like I did it. But Kratos and Deimos have a relationship that I find akin to Kratos and Atreus, even though it's distinguishable. But it does, to me, inform why Kratos gives Atreus a lot of rope to talk back. Where I know some people are like, well, wow, why is he letting Atreus say all this shit? I think it's just because that's the dynamic he's used to when he was a kid, and stuff like that. You also see a lot of Kratos isms, like you see that we see in the modern day now that Kratos is more open to people. His speak plain policy, that you get to see that with a lot of with like these two other characters who I'll get into in a second. Where he starts being like, where these people who like to ramble a lot, he's like, just speak plain, like, God damn it. He gets frustrated with that. And you also see like a blacksmith who helps makes his weapons, but he's very like, he doesn't like Kratos, but he's very straightforward about it. And Kratos like, I appreciate that. I like that guy. So I did like stuff like that. And I think that's where we kind of end with the positives. And I was really stretching because now we're gonna get to the negative parts. I think the story has a villain problem, as in the villains are just kind of there. The main quest you have, as I said before, is that you're trying to hunt down this guy named Vercilles, who is a Spartan and all this other shit. The problem is, and there is a villain, well, there's a group of villains, but they're just kind of there just to have something for them to fight. There is no Baldur, there's no Thanatos, there's no Ares generals, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no Thor. They're just a cult, and they worship monsters, and then they summon monsters to go fight the Sons of Sparta. And they don't even know that they exist for most of the game until like the very end, and then they just kind of get killed. So like they don't even get real dialogue with them. So it is kind of disappointing because I personally think watching all the God of Wars that God of War is a lot. God of War is defined as much by their ability.
Villain monsters, at least well-known Greek monsters.
They have there's one called the Epitome, which apparently was a big deal, but they don't do enough to like set that up. Like I don't know. Oh, and that's the other thing. Some of the monsters don't feel like they're in the Greek style. Like one of them straight up reminds me of the Wisp monster in Ragnarok that you had to fight. And I was like, no, don't do that. Which is gonna go into my remake thing later. I just want to keep that's a mouse tool we could use for later. There's like some monsters that just don't feel like they belong in Greece. I mentioned the people who rambled a lot and Kratos was annoyed with. They're just fucking monkey people. And so this is where I get to my other problem. And this is a Santa Monica thing. I guess my overall problem with this story could be summed up as this feels like the Norse writing in the Greek setting, and I don't like that. I love the Norse saga. I love the Norse saga. I love Ragnarok. Ragnarok is one of my favorite video game stories of all time. I've said that before. But it doesn't have a place in the Greek saga for a reason. The Greek stories are Shakespearean level tragedy. It's a play. You're playing through like basically like a Greek play. It's a dark tragedy about Kratos' life. That's why all of them end in misery. They don't end with happy endings. Or they end in misery or an ironic twist, or that Kratos did all this just for this bad thing to happen to him. And this one is just more like kind of like in the Norse, like, I mean, bad things could happen, but it's okay. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. I'm like, well, that's not really the point of this storyline. Whatever. So then you have things like a griffin that talks and is very motherly to the Sons of Sparta, and I'm like, okay, doesn't really belong here. This is something you would see like in the Norse. Like this woman acts like Freya Light, basically. There's this girl who's teaching Kratos and Deimos these lessons that again feel more like they belong in the Norse. Like this is a lot of humanistic stuff in like an emotionally charged storyline. So I don't like the vibes this has. But yeah, and then other things like Kratos. I get that he hasn't lost Deimos yet, and I get they want to imply that like Kratos losing Deimos is what sets him off, and I'm okay with that. But I don't think there's enough steps in the story to show how he gets from where he is to God of War 1 Kratos, who, if you remember, the way they talk about God of War Kratos, he was a supervillain. Okay, he would like that, like for all the stuff he does to the gods. I feel like the thing you would never want to tell Atreus is how he was like before he met Ares. Because he was an actual supervillain.
I think they should have kept that and then had him, but since Demo got assigned to him, he was lining up, and then Demo's death reset it in a sense.
Yeah, you could do that as well. I mean, they kind of imply that. You kind of get, because at first they're doing all this because Deimos wants to impress a girl, and then he explains, like, actually it's because, like, you're my brother and you have my back, but no one has Versili's back, so I want to have his. And then Kratos remembers, like, his relationship with Versilis and he realized that he's part of the reason Versilis is missing to begin with. And the implications of what he did is hints of that Kratos that's going to come out later, but I don't see it. Like I wish I would have seen that journey, because that's really important to Greek saga Kratos, his monster tendencies. You see his ambition, but it's not in a dangerous way. Like again, that was the tragedy of the first game, that he was a very ambitious person and he ran into the one person more ambitious than him and took advantage of him. But we don't see the downside of Kratos' ambition start here. In fact, everything Kratos does is almost altruistic or for like a noble cause, which I think is very anti-Kratos. In the present day, we have Calliope and Kratos, which I like that we get to see time with them because Kratos is motivated by his family in the first game. I understand that. But I also am conflicted because in Valhalla, Kratos has stated before that he was not a good wife. Good husband to Lysandra,
Well, he
and
does wear a skirt.
that is true. He's not a good husband to Lysandra. Um, and you don't get anything with that. This is the time to really show his relationship with Lysandra being strained, and you don't see any of that. And even with Calliope, I would imagine someone who doesn't have a good relationship with his own wife, I'd imagine has some strained relationship with his daughter, even if he doesn't recognize it. But he's a perfect father to her. I don't know. I guess that is one interpretation. I don't think it lines up with the Kratos we see. I think it just does so much of making Kratos like, oh, the tragedy's coming, but the Greek saga was really good about each tragedy flowing into the other, and there's no real bridge from this to Ascension, let alone to God of War 1, I think. But yeah, overall, it's a fine story. But as someone who likes to marathon the Greek saga in specific ways, it is hard to marathon this game and go to another one just because it's like this doesn't even feel like. I mean, even the world doesn't feel as dangerous as Sparta. Like because in the Greek saga, everything was like an apocalypse, like 24/7. You know what I mean? Like you can't sail the seas without a fucking giant tsunami storm trying to kill you and monsters trying to climb on your ship and shit. You know what I mean? It's just like I don't know. It's just everything's kind of too hopeful and bright. Again, this is more Norse than Greek, so. But yeah, Sons of Sparta, it's fine as a story. I heard it's worse as a game. But if you do want to see early Kratos, you want to see hints of who he would become in the Norse saga by the end, where those traits came from originally. It does tie into what Tyr was teaching Kratos, is that he was always more than this monster. But that, to me, I just felt like he needs to, and that's fine. I just need him to grow into the monster. Like I need him to get closer to that by the end of the story, or at least have the story end with Deimos getting kidnapped. Which and then because they make up a story, because then he maybe like teams up with Brontes at the end, and Brontes leads him to a darker path. That leads into God of War 1. That would have been nice, but I don't know. It's okay. It's fine. And that was the Sons of Sparta thing. You can watch it on YouTube like everybody else, or you can buy the game for $30. It's $30. I just heard it's not good. But yeah,
No.
That said, now we go to the next picture, Cryptid, if you would.
Those kids are ugly, by the way. That picture of those kids is terrible.
Listen, for the glory of Sparta, all right? For the glory of Sparta. Anyway, so now they announced that same day that they're also doing the God of War trilogy remakes. This is the same studio that brought you God of War 4 and God of War Ragnarok. I wanted to review Sons of Sparta first because I just want to highlight my concerns. Like now that you guys have like the basis for what my concerns from them remaking the game is not just gameplay. My thing is more like the story, because I don't know if they understand all the moving parts that make the Greek saga work. But what do you got? But Austin knows about it, and Cryptid. I almost called you Kratos. Cryptid. You played the original Greek saga, right?
Oh yeah, when they were coming out PlayStation 2,
Yeah, so all you need to know is that they're remaking the games. It's the same Santa Monica studio. It's confirmed the gameplay is not going to be the same as these games. They didn't say it was going to be the Norse saga specifically. It just won't be the same as the Greek games.
Probably will not be hack and slash.
Yeah.
Question, Jake. Did they keep all the cutscenes in the remake?
We don't know.
You want the sex that bad?
No, I'm just curious.
Probably not.
We don't know, but the only taste I have of if they are changing it, the only taste of the new writing I have is Sons of Sparta as a reference. And so that's where my concern comes in mainly, then in gameplay as well. But what do you guys?
They might reframe these games and to end of the third one with, and this is just him telling Atreus.
Yeah, maybe.
And finally telling Atreus the truth.
Right. Maybe. But yeah, how are you guys feeling about the idea of a remake of these games?
No.
All right.
No.
All right. Well, nice.
If you're going to change the gameplay, if you're changing gameplay to some experimental thing or the modern thing, you're really getting rid of one of the last few hack and slash stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The at least hack and slash that was done right, to the point where everything that was doing hack and slash was ripping off this at the time.
Even Sonic ripped off this.
Thor ripped this off. Ghost Rider ripped this off.
Mm-hmm.
So It's because that media is already like losing a lot of stuff. So losing one of its core things in a retelling is kind of damaging to the brand. And then you have to rework a lot of the story stuff. There's a lot of stuff that wouldn't fly today. They're probably going to change. Yeah, because nothing like that exists in the current games either. It's clear the only reason they're remaking it because they want the idea behind the remake seems to be they want to get people up to date. They can jump straight to the show when it comes out because they're starting with the fourth game, and plus give people who hasn't did the fourth and fifth game yet like an easier path to just see the whole story. And I don't know, man. I think some stuff is just better what it is. I would just rather you had remastered all of them together again. Better graphics, leave everything the same, and it would have been fine. And then
there you go.
What about you, Cryptid? Where are you laying on this?
For me, when I hear the term remake, that should be something that should be good. But then I think about it, like their remake seems to be a chance for studios to go and like say, okay, let's change or tweak or cut out things we see as problematic by today's society. So yeah, I'd rather play the original at that point, So that's me.
Yeah, I think for me, there's a lot of people who argue because Northside got a lot of glaze, and I think it deserves a lot of it. A lot of people were arguing that people downplay how nuanced the Greek saga was, and I've rewatched them like multiple times recently. It's not nuanced in the sense like Kratos' character is pretty straightforward. I mean, like he has like it's a complex story about ambition and how that can lead ambition and revenge and how that can destroy you. But he's not really that complicated in terms of characterization compared to what he goes through later, at least.
That's the reason the creator hates the two last games.
Yeah, I think where the complexity comes in is just the actual situation of Kratos' story. Is that like as much as and I will say that because I know people say I think people don't like adhere like think about like Kratos is the villain in that story. The problem is that everybody else is bad too, basically. By the time Kratos does his whole thing with Ares, Greece is already over. It's just kind of waiting at this point. When you play the games, like the monsters are attacking humans. Like the monsters that are sent to kill Kratos by the gods are killing humans. Like that's one of the gameplay things. Like if you just stop and let the monsters kind of do their thing, they'll actually just kill the random human NPCs for no reason. There's a lot of like fucked up rituals and all this other stuff, and like these policies that the gods have, they're just like fucking people over. Everyone here is a bad person, and it's just that Kratos is the strongest of the bad people. And I think that's really cool because it also plays into and then also the hack and slash thing. It's not even just the hack and slash thing that's important to the story as well. Because Austin brought up when we talked about this before, like the hack and slash made you feel like Kratos is right. Like you felt like you were going through Kratos' anger when you did it, or the power fantasy of being Kratos. Another thing is that more so like even the camera angles were important. If you watch just the cutscenes, just watch the cutscenes of the original God of War. A lot of the camera movements or like the gameplay, like the camera movements for there is telling a story. It's a visual story. It tells you about the world of Greece. It tells you about how depraved and how senseless this world is becoming, and how you're just putting it out of its misery essentially. And when you change that, if we're saying we're even changing that, like the gameplay and the camera angles are going to change, you've essentially rewrote the story before you even did the dialogue. You know what I mean? Like it's that all that stuff mattered. It's not like with Resident Evil where all they did was just change the camera angle but keep the gameplay. Like that camera angle matters in God of War a lot more. So I'm already not for it. And then there's also the fact that the original trilogy, only the third one is available on PS5. The other two are locked behind a subscription payroll, which I don't like. I like the digital. I like just being able to buy it. So as far as we know, these are going to be the only versions of the games we have, except for 3. So this is just kind of going to be the legacy of God of War, if it doesn't swing out of the park. I know Austin, you championed the idea that like the benefit of this will be linking it to the Norse games.
No, it's not a benefit for me. I'm just saying that's probably what they're gonna do.
Oh, okay. I'm not even sure if I want that because I do love because God of War is the only game I know that tells a modern day writer telling a mythology the way it would feel back then.
Oh yeah, let me phrase that. What I mean is like the ending of the third game will most likely end with him leaving Greece. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Not like there's just gonna be random stuff like Zeus talking about, oh yeah, just wait, you beat me, Odin's gonna fuck you up.
Odin's on the way. Which was the original premise of God of War 3, by the way. You were supposed to kill Zeus at the very beginning, and then the other gods were going to show up. Like, what the fuck's going on? So that was always in the plans. I don't know if I even want that much. I like the whole. How did Kratos get to Greece? Get to the Vikings. He boated there. All right, fine, whatever. As I watch the stories, I like the myth. Like I just like because myths are more emotion than logic anyway. And you see that a lot in God of War. I mean, like even the original.
I know probably the comic shows you how he got there though.
Right, but I don't have to read that if I don't want that in my experience though. That's just for people who care much. Yeah. God of War 1, even that whole story about Kratos. That whole story, like, there's just logic just missing. Like Kratos goes in, he's about to kill his wife. There's this random old lady on the side. She's like, "Don't go in there."
The village Oracle, okay?
Right, Oracle. She's an Oracle. She's like, "Don't go in there, Kratos." He's like, "I'm going to go in there." Goes in there, kills his wife, comes out. She's like, "Oh, now I'm gonna put the ashes of your family on your skin," and I'm like,
yeah, you did a fucked up thing, bro. So I'm gonna show you. You fucked up.
I'm like, what the fuck? What's wrong with you? So, and there's just things like that throughout, like the Greek saga, where like if you really sat down and tried to break apart the logic of it, a lot of it doesn't really make sense. God of War 2, especially with the whole time travel plot, which doesn't make any sense at all. But it's more about how far Kratos is willing to go to get his revenge, and just the amount of stupidity.
I bet they're gonna try to rewrite all that stuff too.
Right, that's what. But see, that's the thing. I would hate that because God of War 2 after Ragnarok 2 might be next. I think it's like Ragnarok and God of War 2 are like my favorite God of War stories because I think 2 is just a story about a crash out that caused a bunch of other people to crash out. Just destroy Greece. It's like even Kratos' stupidity in that whole opening was just like he's going to go destroy a city. Athena's like, Kratos, don't do that, or like I'm gonna have to do something. And Kratos like, I don't care, get the fuck off me. Goes down there. Athena turns into like a giant. Like Athena makes a giant attack. He's like, Athena, why did you betray me? And then Zeus comes down. He's like, Kratos, take this sword. You could beat the thing with this. He's like, okay. Kratos destroys the thing, and Zeus comes down and betrays Kratos and kills him. He's like, but why did you betray me? I was like, because I told you to stop, and you didn't stop, fucker. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and then Kratos just like goes on this whole mission to destroy time for shit that he did. So like, I don't know. All that stuff is cool to me. It feels like a Greek mythology and like just emotion based more than logic. And I don't know. I just don't want rewrites. I just kind of want it the way it was. I don't want it to feel like Sons of Sparta. I want it to feel like this is Kratos when he was like a demon, like he was the ghost of Sparta. When you play God of War 4 and he doesn't want to tell Atreus about what he did, you actually know why, because he crashed the fuck out. You know what I mean?
You also didn't bring up how Kratos' old voice actor cannot do calm Kratos anymore. It sounds very weird.
No, his calm Kratos sounds weird. He does calm Kratos in the Sons of Sparta, and it sounds weird to me. He used to be able to do it. And in God of War Ascension, he did fine. That was a calmer Kratos, but
he gets older.
Yeah. But he won't be doing that though in the original trilogy. He has to do the yelling again because that's most of what he did. But yeah, that's the God of War remakes. I'm not looking forward to them. Whatever they change, it's gonna hurt something, I feel, but we'll see. So.
Gotcha. Anyway, Jake, any final thoughts on this before we move on to the next topic?
Nope. Go ahead.
Okay, so we're done the media news audience. Now we're going on to the comic news. So,
I guess I'll take this one.
So,
Go
Dennis
ahead,
Camp introduces Ultimate Deadpool. I really want to have a one-on-one conversation with like the most diehard Dennis Camp fan, the most diehard apologist. Like, Dennis Camp did nothing wrong. Everything he wrote was brilliant. All these adaptations of these heroes are 100% better than anything. You in this adaptation of Ultimate Deadpool, you took away his voice. That is the most sacrilegious thing you can ever do to Deadpool. They learned their mistake. If you want more evidence of that, audience, look at X-Men Orange and Wolverine.
Oh, he'd be better if he couldn't talk.
To be fair, I was not mad they took away his voice. I was mad they gave him all the extra stuff. Because, like Jake said, in this movie, the dude straight up said, this dude being a perfect soldier, he would just shut the fuck up. So they shut him the fuck up. And the ending, he did get his mouth unsealed.
At that point, the damage was done, man. So, yeah, audience, we get to see Ultimate Deadpool, and his name is Nameless. And I remember when Austin brought this picture up, right? In the bottom panel, it looked like he sliced apart Captain America. And the only thing I'm thinking about is, what are the odds? No, I want somebody to actually calculate the odds here, because y'all know how I've been feeling about how Dennis Camp has been writing Captain America, my boy, right? So
Deadpool's on their team.
Huh?
Deadpool's on their team.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know the full context, but like, just
yeah.
from the
So these are just the other people that Tony and them had ended up running into, because they had to rush everything because the universe is ending. Yeah. So he's well, here go the other guys who are helping us out. Here go Penniless, who's Ghost Rider. Here go Nameless, Deadpool. And they're killing the Crossbones people and the other thing. And the other group that was around.
Gotcha. But no, it just looked like it was Captain America in the bottom left-hand corner of the panel, between the blue and the white. And if that were to happen, I just wanted to say, what are the odds of Dennis Camp taking my favorite character and that basically neutering him and killing off my other favorite character? What are the odds of that being a coincidence, audience? I want to know,
like I said, when I told Krypton about this, my message was, Dennis Camp hates you specifically.
I know. Maybe because I'm one of the few people who's calling it out as it is with how he's handling his Ultimates run, Kara saying, "See you, Deadpool. What the hell is even that?" I know. I want to see somebody defend this take on Deadpool, audience. I want to see that person try to say that this was a great take from Dennis Camp,
To be fair, he really just this one panel. I don't think it was going to fight it or defend it in a sense.
Yeah.
It's just this, and we know he's not coming over. So it's like, well, goodbye, Deadpool.
Goodbye.
Well, Nameless. I guess you don't even get the name Deadpool, huh? Just guy. Goodbye, guy.
Such a cheat. I'm sure Dennis can't put a lot of thought into that name.
He really just made him the Snake Eye for some reason, so he can't die.
Yeah, I guess pretty much. I mean, they.
Same weapons. The katanas, the gun. Don't talk. Full body. Mysterious.
He took away the biggest thing about Deadpool, which is his mouth.
Hey, bro. Well, think about this. He didn't take away his cancer. Okay, he's still fucked up, I guess.
Oh man, I just want to say, audience, I know there are some people out there that are sad that, a lot of these Ultimate comics are finishing or being canceled. The whole universe is ending. For me, my take is I'm going to dance on this grave. When this book ends, I'm going to dance on its grave. If it takes a whole universe to end for this book to end, then for me, so be it. I was going to give that last issue of Ultimates a try because I saw that it looks like Dennis Camp at least wants to resolve that whole confrontation between Captain America and Bucky, who's the Red Skull here. But after this, nah, you don't deserve my $5, Dennis Camp. So, yeah. I can name you all great moments of Ultimate Cap from the original Ultimate Universe. Let me see you try naming great moments from this Cap in this universe. Okay.
Him saying I had to save America and save and save Thomas America. It's funny, but not a good moment.
That was a Rick Roll moment, Austin. You know,
that's why it's funny.
Oh, yeah. And then he just proceeded on and on to where the joke wasn't even funny in later issues. Don't think I forgot that debut of Hawkeye, audience. And don't think I forgot that he turned John Walker into a Nazi. Oh, another sacrilegious thing. You know, I'm realizing this is a tradition apparently, because I think it was at this point last year, right, when I had to take my trip back to my country again, right? And he just happened to release the issue where John Walker became a Nazi, right? And now a year later, when I took my trip to Bolivia again, audience, he just happened to debut Deadpool and do another sacrilegious thing, which is cut his mouth.
And by his own words on Twitter, the way he describes his run and stuff, it's supposed to be his take on modern times, like what's happening now. So you see how he feels about the world. He literally does what everyone hates with Captain America writers, and he did it on the whole universe. Just remember that.
Yep. It's not that hard to see. Like, not that hard to see. Let's see. We got our comment. Kara saying Cap's only good moment was trying to make sure he got the new Hawkeye's name right, and he got mocked for it.
Yeah, people were really mad about that because they were like, they were mad about that, and when he like went to like a coffee shop, and he was like, "Thank you, sir." The person like, "I'm not sir." He's like, "Oh, what do I call you then?" And that's literally all it was, because he wanted to be respectful to the person.
I know, but I mean, like,
yeah, people were mad.
It's weird. It's weird that they made it that Hawkeye made a joke like, "Oh, you white boys take everything seriously." Well, I mean, throughout that whole issue, you were talking in a serious tone about your culture and that stuff. So just end this run off. Just end it. And Kara saying it's ridiculous to make John Walker a Nazi because he opposes them and other fascists in the 616. I know. But you think that matters to Dennis Camp? No, because like to someone like John Walker, he labels him a Nazi. So yeah. You see, audience, why I feared that one day I'm going to wake up and find out that Marvel's going to put Dennis Camp on Captain America, because it's not like they don't put people like Dennis Camp writing a Captain America book, you know? So yeah. Let's see.
It's all funny games. Look, you could be DC fan right now, where they're like, "Oh, we're getting a Wonder Woman, Supergirl, and stuff." But yeah, we're getting Tom King's Wonder Woman. And now that we're bringing him in specifically to help write the movie.
You know, at least with Tom King, I can at least say Tom King, he had some high moments in his career. He definitely has low moments, but he has high moments. Let's not try taking that away from him. You know, his Vision one was great. People liked his Mr. Miracle run, and apparently his what was it, Something Babylon, which was supposed to be his take in his experience.
Anytime he's writing I would say a B-list hero, he does really good. Because he has more room to reinvent those norms without people being bad about it.
Yep. There you go. But in Dennis Camp's case, I really don't know what his high moment was, or is as a writer. Because before he was assigned to Ultimate's audience, it seemed like he did a lot of indie books, you know? So we'll see what happens. There is such a thing as failing upward, and I'm pretty sure Dennis Camp can fall in that category.
Oh, yeah.
So.
And I will say this. I need people to stop being online talking about how there's a lot of debate about why the universe is ending and stuff. And people are getting confused that Spider-Man ended at 24. And I'm trying to let people know, because that book was always going to end in 24 runs. If you didn't like the ending or think it's rushed, that was always how it was going to be.
Hickman just can't pace a Spider-Man story.
Yeah, I would say the ending might have been slightly different, but it was always going to end on 24 issues, because Hickman did not want to write the goddamn book. He made the universe, and he was not going to be part of the universe. He was going to let all the writers have their own fun and stuff in it. And he asked Chip to write Spider-Man, and Chip said no.
He's like, fuck!
So
I'm pretty sure this was the reverse take on what happened with his X-Men Krakoa run.
Yeah, that's the reason he did it, because of Krakoa. He had a full plan. He got fucked over by writers. So he said, fuck it, y'all can have it. And now he got fucked over by editorial.
Mm-hmm. And in this situation, it does seem like he made an ending audience, and he damn well wanted Marvel to stick to that ending. So whether
he
it
literally
screws
killed off most people. He killed so many villains and stuff that he just to make sure y'all don't use them again. It's so funny.
I know, right?
Yeah, Kingpin talking like he was Mamoru Uchiha with all those fucking quotes from the fucking comic
We'll talk about Ultimate Spider-Man if we have time to tomorrow, So, Kara saying, I keep saying, how do we know Bucky and John weren't mind controlled? Because it's Dennis Camp. That's my answer.
Well, we know Bucky was conditioned.
Mm-hmm.
Bucky basically got the Winter Soldier thing, but he got turned to Red Skull instead.
Gotcha. And commentary can be made about people becoming radicalized, but not by butchering established characters. It's funny, like you should mention that because, tomorrow we're going to have a discussion about the latest Captain America issue, right? And I will be bringing up that is an example of politics done right. But I'll say that for tomorrow. All right. But yeah, you guys have any final thoughts on this before we move on?
No.
Okay. So, alright then, with that audience, let's move on to the next topic. Go ahead, Austin.
So Reborn Ultimate Impact, the first appearance of the new Wonder Man named Win Leonard. Vin Leonard? What the fuck? That ain't terrible. That's gross. And I don't know how to pronounce the other guy's name. You got to do that one. Hostilicus?
Hostilicus, yeah, that's how I'll pronounce it at least. It looks like a completely new person getting the power of an eyeless audience. So,
or it's either that or Blastar. I don't really know. And so first we'll talk about the obvious thing in the room. Yes, this Wonder Man is based on the TV show one, and they couldn't call him Wonder Man. And they couldn't call him Simon because obviously it's not Simon. This is a random guy in the 616 who has gotten an origin box and became the new hero, old hero, Wonder Man.
Yeah.
Simon's still alive. He's still active. He has a book coming out soon, so I don't know what he did this.
Remember, audience, there are two. Now this makes 3 Wonder Man.
Makes 4, technically, right?
Okay, Simon, then that Blue Bolt guy from West Coast Avengers.
Oh, you already counted Blue Bolt. Never mind, yeah, 3.
Yeah. So, 3 in total, audience. You see what happens when you let just one person use the same name as you while you're still alive? Now everybody's going to use it.
He beat the dog shit out that guy. That's why I'll bring it up to people on Twitter. And because I'm like, oh, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm like, there's something wrong with taking a hero's name that you don't know why the hero's active. Kate Bishop did not take Hawkeye's name while he was active. Say what you want about them sharing it now. Hawkeye was acting as Captain America. Niggas thought Hawkeye was dead.
Yeah.
That's what she took his name.
I think Invincible had a good joke about this with Oliver and how he wanted to be like Omni-Man Jr. or some shit. And everyone's like, ooh.
This is kind of like something that I forgot to bring up when we talked about like Spider-Man PS5, right? Like, okay, when you have someone like Miles and Peter, they're both tag teaming it, fighting a villain, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, when somebody says Spider-Man, how are you supposed to differentiate the two in the midst of combat?
To be fair, they made jokes about that in the game.
Right. Yeah, they can talk to each other. So they're just like, if they both hear Spider-Man, one's gonna be like, "Hey, Pete, go deal with that," and then Miles, go deal with that. That's the team decision. Okay. As long as it's just 2 of them.
They have all of Brooklyn knows Miles is Spider-Man. They're like Brooklyn's Spider-Man or Miles. They're just exposing the nigga, really.
As long as it's only 2 Spider-Men, I think that's manageable. That's manageable.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Kara saying the cousin of Walton Melon. Oh wow! Wow, the long lost.
Yeah, he's supposed to be.
He's also saying John Walker. I didn't even like the original Wonder Man's rear.
Obviously, he's gonna be based more on the show. I think it's a weird choice because they had no idea the show was gonna be successful.
Well, no, also to that point, to be fair, right? Remember, Wonder Man was a project they had pushed back for like what, a year or 2.
And that's exactly what I mean, though.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure they had this idea in the back of their minds of like debuting a new Wonder Man that's more like the person in the show. But then hey, they saw the origin boxes and they saw like, okay, we can somewhat fit this in with 616. So they just picked now to greenlit it.
Yeah, I think he was supposed to be in the Ultimate Universe, and then they decided in the universe that, oh, we'll just do it here.
Yeah,
Because other than that, well, how many shows they have that failed? It makes no sense why they were bank on this show. This show or everything being the one that randomly succeeds.
Yeah.
Unless you want me to believe that they did not believe their other shows they put out were going to be good, and they just like, oh yeah, we know they're going to fail. We want to lose money.
Nah. You notice how like they just waited like like months to even a year after the character already made their MCU debut to greenlit a book or to greenlit their debut, because remember, okay, Wonder Man finished like what, a month or two ago, and now not only now did they decide to have him debut in the comics. Remember when they decided to celebrate Echo like a year or two after her show ended? And it's the same thing with White Tiger, Oh, he debuted in Daredevil. All right, we're going to wait a whole year for Hispanic voices to make a story about White Tiger, So it's weird scheduling that they're going with audience is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. But it's like whatever it is, he looks cool. I guess go ahead.
No, go ahead. You.
I was gonna say he looks cool. I guess he's Wonder Man. He's just wearing a hoodie and stuff though. We'll have to see their justification for naming him Wonder Man. Because you can't really Wonder Man just be the dog shit of the guy for just taking a name. You can't just have this dude take a name then to be okay. But you also can't have Wonder Man just go start beating him up because they're gonna call it a hate one. So
at this point, you just gotta retire Simon at that point. Like
I know you have to Carol Danvers with him. You have to get him a new name. If you're going to do this, you need to elevate Simon. Carol went from Miss to a captain, so Simon needs to go from Wonder Man to something else if they want to give someone else a name at this point.
Yeah.
But I don't know how you'll do that. Maybe Psionic Command or something. Maybe you can have him go like the full energy route. Like this dude be like the standard Wonder Man thing. The Wonder Man had his ionic form. Maybe you have him get stuck in that for a while, like Earth Mighty Heroes did.
There you go. Somewhat to separate the two. Kara saying, I wonder if they'll botch it like the new Avengers comics, alias, let's ruin the Thunderbolts to have a new series with Bucky and Natasha only to make it terrible. Yeah, we gotta prepare for the worst, but hope for the best in this situation.
Cryptid, when they announced these two, they actually said the origin boxes bring new heroes and villains. So this confirms that the next box is going to be a hero and another box is going to be a villain.
Ooh, okay.
So we can start making guesses on what we think it's going to be based on who we know is not in the open universe.
Austin is going to be Namor. I'm backing on it like Namor.
I don't think so. Namor's dead. They have no reason to make him an origin box.
Well, no. Well, they could just. Yeah, I know he's dead in the Ultimate Universe, but they could always just.
Yeah, but that's where the boxes are from. Tony made them to give the people the powers they didn't have them. Namor not only still had his powers, he died.
He who holds this origin box may have the powers of Namor.
I still think we're going to see a version of the MCU Namor make their debut in comics just around the time.
I think you just didn't know that they already turned comic book Namor into him.
Yeah.
You don't remember the end of Black Panther when they gave him the vibranium whales and all other shit from the show?
Okay. Yeah, that one I remember. Yeah.
Like they're just turning him into it. I'm sure he's going to rename Atlantis to Talcon sometime soon.
Turns out a million years ago we were called the Talcon, and we're going to return back to that. Man, that's good.
Kara saying, John Walker, I've got a name for Williams, Hawkeye. Dang, you're cranky tonight.
Uh,
Does anybody, Richard, does anybody want to take the name Super Patriot? You know, John Walker's original mantle, his identity.
no, okay.
Come on, it's up for grabs. Somebody.
Well, maybe that'll be your Davis' new name when he gets the Superman power. Big whole week off.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about that topic
But
when we get to it.
Holocaust.
Yeah.
So this one's interesting because he could either be, as you can see, his armor is wearing a nihilist. I don't think that means he is a nihilist. I think that means he killed a nihilist.
Oh.
I think he got the powered origin box and then killed a nihilist and took his place in the negative zone. I think his title is literally Scourge of the Negative Zone.
Oh dang, man.
So like I think he was a regular guy, got the origin box, got sent to the negative zone, said, I guess I'll be king now.
I mean, if the negative zone had to follow any hierarchy, I guess it would be like, hey, you kill the king, you become the king, you know? So
that's basically what it is. If he has a nihilist powers that he can't control the wave without, you know, so it's not like they're going to be a threat to him. And that wouldn't throw nihilists off. If you show up to his house and control his monsters, of course he's gonna it's gonna lose into him losing. But wearing him as armor is really fucked up. Imagine Batman goes to like fight a new criminal, he's just wearing the Joker on his back.
Oh my god, dude. Oh, that was
my question was, does that automatically make him a new Fantastic Four villain?
Yeah, it's a ticket time bomb, is what I think it is, you know, because at some point they're going to collide, you know?
And they're supposed to be like, oh, he's supposed to be Simon, like this guy's new villain, the new Wonder Man's villain, and they're going to be tied together somehow, like this is going to be his Reaper in a sense, or is it going to be like, oh, well, they're connected just for this event, and then after this guy's going to go to Fantastic Four, Simon's going to like join like this new team we're making, or something, like. I don't know. Yeah. I think they should have just full on announced all 4 origin boxes, to be honest. Except for, the Superman guy.
Yeah. They just want to, cut it into pieces, you know. Hey, spread it out each week, you know? That's what I think.
We'll see what happens. I do think it's a good design for the new guy, the new villain. I kind of want to see this. I really kind of want to see this animation. Yeah. Let's see how it goes. But we'll see how they handle him. Because with Marvel, I think you as a cat fan know best. We'll get introduced to a person. They'll be in one run, and you'll never see that person again.
Oh, yeah.
Because our new writer's going to come on and be like, well, when I was writing Fantastic Four, this guy wasn't here, so I'm not going to use him.
Yeah. I just hope his costume just wins over the audience, you know, because I just like the idea that, hey, if you have a character who has an exoskeleton, right? Whose skin is an exoskeleton, it would make sense that somebody will want to use your skin as an armor, you know.
Bro, he made shoulder pads and a kilt out of his outfit. Like you see his wings around the waist.
Oh, that is dope, man. That is dope. Oh man. So we'll see what happens. But yeah. Alrighty, Austin. You have any final thoughts on this before we move on to the next time?
I'm more hyped for the villain than the hero. Because not only is the hero just the movie guy, the show guy, but they also gave him the Killmonger traits that everyone hates. Can they keep doing it? That's it.
Oh, I didn't hear the part. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Oh.
But anyway, speaking of cool costumes, audience, Austin, you want to do the honors of this one?
Absolute, I almost said Hawkeye. Absolute Green Arrow. So this one is interesting. People don't remember when the first Absolute team up thing happened. Hawkeye killed Green Arrow right when he was going to go investigate Epstein's Island, which is very funny.
Wait, not Hawkeye. You mean the Justice League killed?
Hawkman.
Hawkman. Okay. He's
Hawkman killed Green Arrow when Green Arrow was about to investigate Epstein's Island. Have fun. Well, I guess have a good night, Carl. Yeah. I would say have fun. Fuck.
Yeah.
But Hawkman killed him. So this might not be Ollie. Everyone thinks it's Roy, or it's a reborn Ollie. Yeah. So his whole book right now is he is hunting down billion. He's basically Epstein Island, Epstein people, and he's killing them. And Black Canary, who looks generic, is tracking them down, trying to figure out everything's going on. So there's a controversy with the Black Canary. Everyone's used to her being hot for obvious reasons, and they just kind of made her generic tomboy. And I know some people on Twitter are just like, "Oh, you're just saying that because she's not attractive to you." I'm like, "No, I'm saying that because she looks like every other tomboy that like shows up in media now, where it's like Arcane or anything, or the where it's the short hair, boxing gloves. She only fights with throwing hands and stuff now. The jacket, the short jacket, like it's literally just a generic tomboy girl look."
As I recall, they did the same thing with Absolute Harley Quinn, didn't they?
Yeah.
Although of her, I think they did it even worse because there's just nothing standing out. You know?
Yeah, it's basically what it is. She just we don't even know she had her powers, so it's like you just made her like the most generic version of herself, like tomboy of all time. This I had the opposite problem with him. Where like this is a cool design, but it's a really edgy design. He had the little death mask. His bow is made of machetes, which should not work at all.
Yeah, dude, he looks like the freaking Grim Reaper, man. If he had a bow instead of a scythe, like it is a cool design, though, man.
It's a cool design, but I would have made this a villain, not Green Arrow.
Just call him Arrow, you know.
When you're doing that guy who was like the evil Green Arrow, I would just make this his redesign. Or if it is Roy, I do think it's interesting to have this be Roy because we do know what Ollie's looked like before he died, and he was more classic Green Arrow with a different bow.
Yeah.
So having his mentor be killed in this way by the elites and Joker and all them, and him being like, "I'm just going to kill them all," would justify the outfit. Okay, he's trying to be the Batman terror thing, like the show was.
Okay.
But if it's Ollie, I don't like the.
We'll see what happens when it comes.
I appreciate him having at least 30 bows on his back though, because I hate when they do that thing where the bow guy like he has like 12 and then he shoots like forever. It never runs out.
It'll only run out when it's convenient for the story to require them to run out. You know?
I think God of War will explain why Atreus has infinite recharging arrows as well.
No.
Magic arrows.
That should be the answer, but they never say it, and they explain everything else. That's what bothers me about it.
Jake, just follow the same logic as with the that ring that made that spear for Kratos. You know, that duplicating
that was a specific ring. They made a point to say there's no other ring like it.
The problem with the Atreus thing is that why his arrows magic, but his bow isn't. Like we had to actively replace his bowstring and shit like that.
Well, it's didn't they? Because doesn't get enchanted.
They get enchanted afterwards. No. So Atreus has real arrows, and he has light arrows. He gets enchanted later when he goes to the elf plate.
Right, and then I remember someone put like lace the bow in magic, like the string in magic.
No, Freya after she rebuilt the thing for him.
Okay, yeah. All right. I listen. Like I said, God of War is a mythology, but the North Star goes out of its way to explain magic mechanics, so that's why it only bothers me there. That's all I asked.
Oh yeah. So about his bow design, like I said, if anyone who don't know anything about bows, this design's ass. It will not work. So I need to see him in a situation where he's fighting with both machetes in hand, and you have to build the bow. Because I want to see how he does it in combat. I didn't see him build this bow and put a little circle thing on it and then shoot somebody in fast protection.
Yeah, just because Runan made it work in Dragon for his audience doesn't mean it can work in every other adaptation.
Yeah, you know? It's the rule of cool, so we'll let it slide. But if you show me how he built it and he builds it in a way that does not make sense, I'm going to feel some way.
There you go.
So I will say this, because we did say we're doing DC and stuff, I will tackle the first 3 issues of this just to see, how it is, and if I like it, I'll keep it going. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So it's with this announcement, we also got the announcement from Scott Snyder online that Absolute. What's her name? Cassandra Cain's mom. Kane's mom. What's her name?
Yeah.
Lady Shiva.
Lady Shiva. Okay.
Absolute Lady Shiva is coming in one of the series.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know if anyone here is a Shiva fan, but I saw people happy about it online, so I brought it up.
I only know her mainly from her Justice League Unlimited episode, really. But
Shiva is the greatest character in DC, said the one DC fan in the back.
She was cool when she was supposed to be like the greatest fighter. And then, then she just kept losing everybody. It's really like the Taskmaster situation where, like, you should be the GOAT, but you lose everybody. So I don't really care.
Well, to be fair, man, if you're telling me she's taking losses to people who have weapons or
no, but it all comes down to hand, and she ended up losing. Like that's your masterpiece. That's your thing. Like she looks like she's beating Batman hand in hand, but like a batarang come out hit her back in the head. Sure, you know. Like, if you're fighting Batman, he does a judo flip, and you lose. I'm like, come on now.
Well, she's great at the one style. He's great at the 50 million styles he learned.
It was supposed to be that was she was. That was she was It was fine with the only person that could beat her was her daughter, and then everybody started beating her.
But was she trained by the monks in Justice League?
Technically.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
I don't know if you guys remember that episode. It's like I don't know the full context. It's like the Legion of Doom rolls up on these monks, and like they start doing like fucking defying gravity
all the time.
They defy gravity and shit. Like backflips to space and shit. I'm like, what the fuck?
But like I said, cool design, interesting idea, bad Black Canary. Let's move on.
All right. So anyway, all right, audience. Let's move on to the next topic. So, Armageddon Assembled new teasers, audience.
Yeah.
With great power comes great responsibility. So, wow, we got a new person. We got the silhouette of a new person who's going to get the origin box. They have the star in the chest. Who do we know recently that had the star in their chest, audience? And this person seems like they're going to get the Superman level treatment. So, I got to say, wow, what an upgrade if you're telling me David Colton's going to be the next Superman of
that was worth me. No.
Yeah.
Remember, Sentry just came back as well.
Mm-hmm.
So if they make David do Superman, are they gonna make him a villain? Because Superman characters don't treat Superman characters the best at Marvel. Because they, you know what I mean? So it's like I don't want him to get his power of it being we have to deal with him being treated as a bad guy again.
Well, if it was any other writer, I would be worried. But with Chip Zdarsky, he does do a good nuanced take with characters like David. So, okay, if it was somebody else,
I agree with you there. But after he leaves, I'm going to be very scared for this character.
I mean, yeah, that's why I want this character to be retired after Chip Zdarsky ends his run. Because you know how much I hate that. If a new writer creates a character for the Cat Mythos, and Marvel does nothing with them, that sucks. But in this situation, David seems like such a yeah, I know. But that's just because, with those characters, there's still room for them to develop. But with David Colton's character, he's such a layered individual. He's such a nuanced character that, I don't want to run the risk of another person writing him because I don't want to see Dennis Camp write David Colton. He's the boogeyman to me at this point, audience. But yeah. So do you have an idea as to which Superman power is he going to get? Is he going to get from Blue Marvel or Sentry from the origin box?
I think. So realistically, I think it's going to be Blue Marvel. More heroic powers. I knowing Tony, because the problem with the origin box, people don't remember. Tony made some of them, and then DaCosta made the rest of them. That's how you got the Annihilus box. Any person that was too dangerous, Tony did not make, and DaCosta decided to make when he got the origin box and stuff.
Dang.
So if this is Sentry, that means they're going to give this dude a void. And I don't think we need another one of that. For reasons. Okay. So hopefully it's Blue Marvel, or at the very least it could be Anti-Man.
Yeah.
But then people are going to be crying they're replacing Blue Marvel because they don't want to use him.
Oh man, yeah. But here's another thing I want to add to this, right? Because Even though
it could be
like
Gladiator, to be fair.
no, that's true. I could see that working. But another thing I want to bring up is like hey, Superman characters are there's more than a handful of that in Marvel, right? So what's going to make this Superman upgrade any different from the others, audience? Well, I could say that like Chip Zdarsky could right away, right? Where the Superman powers will have a reaction to the serum that's already in David, right? So heck, for all we know, this could be the strongest version of Superman we're going to get in the 616 at the moment. Because hey, he's literally going to be the best version of Superman character there could be because of his serum. And you don't have to also make him overpowered in that sense, because heck, remember, he still has that arc reactor in his chest.
Yeah, actually, like a lot of people he can go for. We got the Omega the Unknown, who was a Marvel Superman variant, Hyperion, Icarus, technically.
Yeah,
golly, man.
Yeah, so this just makes me more excited for David's journey, to be honest, audience. Because like
what if it's Starbrand?
Starbrand. Oh man,
remember the little girl?
Oh yeah, they don't know what to do with Starbrand, audience.
Yeah, but you give that power to someone like David Coulter, you have a lot more options to do.
You could. I do remember the caveman Starbrand, the kid Starbrand, the guy Starbrand.
This wouldn't work like the other one, so he wouldn't lose this one either. So depending on how you handle it, it could be like you said, have it react to the serum he already has, and then it becomes a whole new thing.
Exactly, So it's gonna be intense. I'm invested in David's journey, audience. Like I think a lot of people are. This is gonna be like another layer to his character, because like when we last saw him, he still loves the country, audience. He still believes in his values, but he knows when to stop it, when to stop America when it goes too far. So I think that's the route Chip might want to go with David. Hey, if he could stop all wars just by himself, now that he has a Superman level upgrade, that's going to be an interesting dynamic.
Yeah. What's David's opinion on mutants? Let's get this out of the way.
Wait, what?
Let's see David tackle the mutant problem.
Oh. Okay. I am not. Jake. Once again, we have somebody in the group audience that doesn't believe that there's any bad mutants out there. Wow.
I am a mutant. Only I can talk about my community's problems.
Oh, wow. Okay. Hey, what happened to that one good mutant that was okay putting a collar on, Jake? Yeah. Why don't you help him?
I didn't say collar. Y'all take my words and use
know how you feel about the collar, man. It's fun.
Gotcha. But also another caveat to this topic was we also got another book announcement, Avengers Armageddon. So yeah, apparently the Avengers that we had from Jed McKay's run, right? They're going to team up along with Wolverine to go up against Red Hulk, who at this point apparently took over Castle Doom.
Oh yeah, people got bringing this up. Marvel, stop spoiling your fucking books. I'm sure anyone reading it. I had to tell the guy. Anyone reading this book did not believe these random Hydra people or anyone else was going to beat Red Hulk in this building. Okay, it wasn't going to happen. But stop spoiling your books. Okay.
Yeah, to be honest, Austin, they kind of also did spoil it in this week's Captain America issue, because they made reference that Castle Doom had already been raided by the events of Dungeons of Doom.
That's what all the time. Remember they said, "Oh yeah, we got a new successor book. It's going to decide who's the successor Sorcerer Supreme." Next day, it's one.
Oh yeah, there you go. So yeah, we're going to see what happens. I'm just going to be interested to see why the Avengers are going after a Red Hulk at the moment, because it depends on what Red Hulk is doing with stuff, because somebody has to be in charge of stocking all these resources from Castle Doom, because you can't just let anybody get it. You know, we already had examples of like Hyder wanting to get it, or even like some of the villains. Some of the
why you think Stu here, bro? You're ruining my daughter's birthright.
Oh yeah, and yeah. What's Valeria doing during all this, audience? You know, I don't know. It seems like a lot of other people are taking the literal bullets and bloodshed in order to defend the resources of Castle
Bro,
Bill.
you talking about a little girl? Okay, I don't think that's fair.
Okay, if she's
and to her credit, she is trying to help by getting the Doom bots with putting the fast forward thing on them. We're gonna try to use them to help. The question is, will it be in time?
Okay, I would imagine like it would be helpful if you could send Doom bots to protect Castle Doom, as opposed to, I don't know, sending our members of the military to go and risk their lives and kill trying to defend this castle, man. From outside invaders.
I think we have to change their outfit, Cryptic, because if they just show up look like regular Doom, it's gonna be a whole other situation.
They have blue. They wear blue and they have the 4 insignia at that point. Also, that's the last time we saw Valeria.
Man, you think Red Hulk's gonna care when you see that shit?
Oh man, that's why you have to compromise. All right, just Red Hulk. Just know that these Doom bots were made in America, and he'll be okay with that. So yeah. But yeah, I would really like to see what's Red Hulk going to do about this? Because the whole point of taking over Doom's castle was to make sure that these weapons don't go into the wrong hands. So
yeah. And to be honest with you, Critic, I really think they're doing this because obviously Red Hulk's probably going to run the castle or the place in a way that they don't agree with. But I also think they're trying to get Red Hulk moving along because eventually he's going to have to be in the Hulk book where everything's going on that shit.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, we'll save the Hulk discussion when we get to that topic, audience. So yeah. No, yeah, this book is written by Chip Zdarsky. Man, he's really. This is going to be the year of Chip Zdarsky, audience. So yeah, yourselves.
He better not mess it up. So we because he already had that weird shift that we don't know if to blame him or blame Marvel. We're blaming Marvel for right now. We're giving the benefit of the doubt. If it is event is planned by him, it better be good. Okay, I don't want no dragged out thing like One Day Under Doom. One World Under Doom. I don't want none of that, man. I need it clear. I need some suffice. I need to know everything that's happening. I don't want Marvel Zombies where every other issue they're just skipping like 19 things.
Ooh, yeah. We got hope for the best with Chip, audience. We got hope for the best, man. He let us down with Gotham War, but I'm confident about this one, So yeah.
You also notice. Oh no, never mind. I forgot this came out after the teaser. Never mind.
Okay, gotcha. Anyway, any final thoughts before we move on to the last 2 topics, Austin?
Is Red Hulk he has lightning powers now?
Look
at the guy's eyes. Look at him.
Yeah, I know that could be part of the stuff he got from Doom, man. If you don't know,
bro. If he gets a lightning upgrade on top of his fire stuff, he definitely had to go fight the whole new Hulk now.
Oh, yeah. So we'll see where that goes. But anyway, for the sake of time, we should move on to the next topic. So
yeah, Jake.
You guys hear me?
I have no. Yeah, I have no dogs in this fight. Oh, it is. Oh,
you really
I didn't know we had
this. Liar.
I didn't know this. Okay, well, the time has come. It is the king of the monsters.
I don't see anything on screen.
Yeah. What happened? What happened there? I Cryptid. Cryptid. Dog. I was doing an intro. Cryptid.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
Anyway, the king of the monsters versus the knight of the wind. It is Sonic versus Godzilla. Well, actually, it's Sonic X Godzilla. They might team up. Who knows?
No, not based on the cover art I didn't see.
Well, all I know is if anyone can open Godzilla's heart, it will be Sonic.
I know that'd be kind of peak. I really need him for yeah, that'd be really fun.
You never know.
Enjoyed it. We have a lot of giant monster things in Sonic. I like to see Godzilla fight.
Now here's a question: is Ian Flynn writing this? Because I'm kind of like he's kind of 0 for 1 in the crossover.
Realistically, it probably is Ian Flynn because Godzilla has so many different writers. They would not give a random writer the Sonic stuff.
He's gonna reference Open Your Heart. I promise you. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do like if we don't stop him now, his rage won't vanish. He's gonna destroy the world. He's gonna like reference that whole quote, that whole bit from Sonic Adventure. I promise you, bro, it's gonna happen.
I do wonder how much what this really is going to be, because I'm kind of hoping it's more self-contained. Godzilla, gets sent here or something. Sonic and everyone has to react to Godzilla. At the end of the book, Godzilla goes home. Because Sonic has mandates. So where he can't die, he also can't really lose, in a sense. If he loses, he gotta look bad. He gotta look good.
And Godzilla has mandates as well, so it's gonna be interesting to see how those two
Godzilla really can't lose. So there's a whole reason why Marvel had to just send him away.
It's The Rock versus Vin Diesel.
Basically. So that's going to be very interesting to see how Ian Flynn tries to handle both the things for both characters and to make this look good. Because obviously you see right here Sonic's running all across Godzilla. That could be very fun, especially if you panel it correctly. I think that could be very fun to see. Let's see.
What question?
But Ian can't write. What's up?
Do you guys think we're going to see Godzilla form a ball like Sonic?
No. Well, I promise you to get a sequel, give Mechagodzilla versus Metal Sonic.
Mechagodzilla's in this one.
No, that's a variant cover. I don't know if you actually in the book.
Oh, okay. I feel like that's something Eggman would do. Like he's like, I got Mechagodzilla now. I think that's going to be the end of the teaser of the book. It's a teaser sequel. Because people know anything about Godzilla crossovers, for some reason he gets multiple. This man's only 4th Power Rangers and 3rd Ninja Turtle one. It is the second. We're assuming Ian Flynn read this. The second crossover ends with Eggman being the sequel villain again. That's crazy.
No. I think no. So this was going to end with. Well, basically it would be. Yeah. It would be Godzilla attacking them. Everyone's just trying to come together to stop it, and then he gets sent home. And they got a little big Eggman reveals, hey, hold up now. He brought a lot of stuff over here. And he finds Mechagodzilla. He's probably going to hook Mechagodzilla to Metal Sonic to make something new.
All right.
I guarantee we'll get Metal Overlord Godzilla thing versus everybody.
I mean, there actually is a cool story you can tell here. I mean, when not
Sonic, he is an animal. Talk to him. You're an animal. What? That's
what the fuck? And no, I mean, like you have the two forces of nature. Like Sonic in his universe is characterized as a force of nature who does what he wants, doesn't care how anybody feels about it. He does things his way. It just happens that he's someone with a heart of gold. Then you have Godzilla, who's like not that, and then he does everything he wants. So like,
Godzilla who just does what he wants regardless. Anyway,
fuck you. They both have their own way of doing things, and they won't change. I'm telling you, I'm writing the reference for Ian Flynn because I know he's gonna use Open Your Heart. I'm telling you. For those who don't know, there's
we're going to get the. Go ahead.
For those who don't know, there's a writer at Sonic right now named Ian Flynn, and he started with a lot of promise with IDW, and slowly has become, I wouldn't say a bad writer, but he's become kind of an annoying writer right now. He's getting there. He's kind of showing his flaws a little bit.
It's kind of like the. I want to say it's kind of like the. I won't say dance slot, but it's like once a writer stay on a book for so long, their writing becomes stale.
Mm-hmm.
He's clearly. This is a guy who, like, clearly will tell you he's running out of ideas. That's what it feels like. To the point they brought in a second writer who does most of the writing now, compared to when it used to be the opposite way.
Right. But still hasn't fixed the stale issue. But apparently, and I guess if we have time, I'll get into that afterwards. But I guess but Ian also has a Sonic characterization problem where he makes Sonic more of a superhero than he is supposed to be, because Sonic is not a hero. He's an adventurer that just likes fighting bad people because it's fun. And he hates bullies, but like he would never call him.
Calm down.
Yeah, he never would call himself a hero. He will.
In the words of Luffy, I'm not a hero. I won't share my meat with you.
Right. You just benefit off of who I am, but I am not trying to. I'm not on patrol looking for Eggman. All right, it's not my life choice right now.
Hey, Jake, I had to see Goku say that he was a hero, that, hey, I am the answer to all those that cry for peace.
See, no, but that's not, okay, so like, Ian Flynn writes Sonic like America wrote Goku back in the day, all right? That's kind of how he writes him. The difference is like it's subtle, but it's like if you write Sonic from the standpoint of being a superhero, he will come across as a different character than when you don't try to do that. So that's kind of my problem because I think that's the only value you would have in Sonic versus Godzilla or Sonic X Godzilla. It's just supposed to be two forces of nature, but I feel like
I do think it's funny thinking Godzilla's going to see this small, fast thing and just be utterly confused. In all his adventures, he's never seen anything like this. The other will not know what to think about this thing.
The audience, will feel like us regular sized people trying to swipe off. Like, God dang, this thing is so fast. Like, come on, stick still for 1 sec.
Right. Also, I hope it's not Evelyn too, because he's terrible at pacing these types of issues. I feel.
The story always seems too grand for the thing you're trying to write, so it always feels rushed, no matter what it is.
Yeah. But you think having the comic experience he has, he'd be better at that by now. But whatever. But yeah, I don't know. That's the best thing you can do. I mean, Mothra is the symbol of love, and Amy's there, so there's that. Well,
so Mothra, Ghidorah, and Mechagodzilla and something else are in variant covers. We don't know they're actually in the book, everybody, but because every time they do a crossover with Godzilla, you get the variant covers. Even like the Monsterverse, just Godzilla and Kong had like the variant covers of people who weren't even in the Monsterverse. So like, who knows?
Is Mothra love though? Hello, I kind of. Is Mothra the symbol of love, or is she? I don't know.
No, it's more like technically you want to put it like that. It should be the love for like. It's more like the motherly love type thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Kurt, I feel like I cut you off at one point. Were you gonna say something?
No. Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
I do want to see how they frame the attack though. Because I kind of want Godzilla to throw on Angel Island and just start sinking just from standing on it. I think that'd be very fun.
That's another crossover. Angel Island would get affected by the plot. So.
Gotcha.
Did Knuckles ever get his emerald? Oh yeah, he did that. Yeah, he did. I was like, did he? In DC.
If we do get more monsters, like I said, Amy's reaction to Mothra could be something fun. But seeing Tails and Eggman react to Mechagodzilla can be very interesting. Depending on which version you do.
You know what I did?
I've got the one where Godzilla's in control, or it's literally just a mix monster suit thing.
Yeah. You know what I did?
Or both. And that'd be very fun too.
Ian Flynn approved plot, right? All right, so my plot is that the Mothra is hatching her new eggs, and Godzilla, for random, we don't know why, Godzilla is trying to kill them, and Amy finds out. She's like, Sonic, we gotta help these fucking babies.
No. I want to be they think it's Mothra's new egg, and it turned out to be the evil Mothra.
Right, and then Godzilla's like, I gotta restore balance the universe, and then Sonic and Godzilla go at it or some shit, Tails finds out about Mechagodzilla. He's like, I need to operate this shit. I need to get in there. I gotta do something.
I saw this in an anime called Gundam.
Right.
I'm gonna get inside this pilot the machine.
Right. Knuckles gonna try to do. I don't know what. Honestly, Knuckles probably gonna get washed. I don't know what he's gonna do in this. It's nothing.
I think him and Shadow are gonna have decent scenes and then get swallowed away.
Oh, that would be a cool visual, like Sonic, Knuckles, and Shadow ganging up on Godzilla.
Realistically, I think it's going to be a Sonic Adventure 2 ending where Sonic and Shadow have to go supersonic and then Chaos control Godzilla back to the world.
Yeah.
But because I doubt he's going to do the interesting thing where just like, oh, in this timeline or this universe, Godzilla's just here. Like he just lives here too. It kind of late to do that plot in Sonic. He's going to be real about it. We done destroyed Earth multiple times, so Godzilla be mad about it.
Well, then you gotta fight. Oh no! You know what you do? Have him stay on this Earth, right? And then, like in the sequel, because this shit in canon anyway, have him fight Dark Gaia. That should be dope, bro. He goes to the planet core to fight the fucking a manifestation of evil. Oh my god, bro!
I wouldn't be mad. He'll fight the Titans either.
Yeah, we gotta do. You fight like Giganto, bro. We actually do have a lot of giant monsters that Godzilla can fight in this universe. We just don't make it canon. I don't know, but no, this is the only. I mean, DC X Sonic is kind of like a whatever story. It's kind of whatever, but this is a story you guys.
I have more faith in this because Godzilla is a talking monster. I feel you have more liberty to how you frame the situation than what Marvel DC. Well,
Right.
DC and Sonic.
But if you don't make it about like Sonic and
Yeah.
Godzilla's like philosophy, like well, not philosophy, that's a strong word, but like
Yeah.
Godzilla's way,
Godzilla still feel like a force of nature.
right?
And it's about these two. It's literally the unbreakable. What is it called? The immovable force
Versus the unbreakable objects, the immovable force. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then have it be like a tie. Have it be like he says Godzilla back. He's like, next time, bro. Next time you're on my block, I'm cleaning your clock, bitch. Like,
if you want to do it legitimately, I think you do this one with the Supersonic ending, and then you do part 2. You don't have Sonic go super, because Sonic the games. If people don't know, that is thing where Generations pretty much showed you Sonic as he is now can beat Perfect Chaos without the super form. Okay, like he is way stronger than he was in his super form back then.
I don't even show you. They told you that. They told you that in Forces verbatim. They say that when he fights Infinite again.
Ain't nobody play that shit. Right. Okay. Anyway, you've seen him do it where he fights all these old threats he needs his super form for, and he beats them very easy in his base form. Even Shadow does the same thing with other threats.
Yeah.
So I do think seeing that progression to them maxing Godzilla here, and then not needing to his base form in the sequel. You also do if you want to justify him using his super form in the second one, you do like the burning Godzilla thing.
Yeah.
And then it's more about counteracting that power more than like the force of nature situation.
Ooh,
but I think that progression of power between the books can do good.
What references do you think? What references do you think Ian Flint's going to use?
References in the sense of, like you said, Open Your Heart is going to be in there. What I'm saying.
No.
We're probably going to get a reference to Sage's stuff because of another giant thing.
I haven't fought something this big since
Eggman thinks about the situation.
I haven't fought something this big since Dark Gaia.
I really think it is a Titan this high, like this tall.
You mean Wyvern? Maybe. Well, no, I think Wyvern's standing up. I don't think Wyvern is about tall.
I'll beat the handle because I didn't see Sonic's actually stand next to him. Let me tell you how big it is. Giganto can grab him. He's only he fits small in the palm of Giganto as well.
Yeah.
Very good.
Don't worry, we're about to wrap it up.
Not to bring up time, but yeah, we're approaching the 2.5 hour mark. So
but yeah, I don't know. Listen, Ian, get in your bag. Get in your bag. Do something. This is a golden possum.
A Godzilla breath clash against Super Shadow Chaos Spear or something. I need a clash between something. Okay. I don't care if you make it silver super form and he does the clash. I need a clash.
Sonic and Shadow boost into Godzilla's beam, and it's like Daima Kamehameha versus Goma. There you go. There you go. All right. Well, there you go. But I guess in the war,
fight Hulk in death battle. I just need people to see that battle. It's actually really good.
But I guess all this to say, it doesn't matter. So that's it. Right?
I don't know. That's a good ending message in your podcast.
I mean, Well,
with the 2 hours spent, it didn't matter. So this be fair. This is easy. Hulk War is going to be the epitome of the current Hulk run. Be there or be square. The writer run right now ends at 10 issues, but it's going to come back. They're doing the #1 thing again for some stupid reason.
They're doing it in time for the Spider-Man movie because remember Hulk's only a part of it, so they're like,
I know, but it's lame. Okay, they were lame. Fantastic Four did it gets lame when he does it.
Yeah. So it is what it is, audience. Yeah, I blame Captain Marvel for that. So but all right then. Yeah. All right, audience. We reached the end of the video.
There you go, Dick. Now it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.